Wow, just look at you at home, hopefully not working today, just relaxing right now, because that's what we hope for you, that's what we dream for you, and in fact, that's what we are doing for you right now. Good morning. Welcome to an incredible show. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so good. It's the Freedom Day episode of Expresso, and we're so grateful to be able to spend the next couple of hours with you, Mzansi. So thank you for choosing us this morning, and happy Freedom Day, South Africa. Of course, it's a brand new day today, and we're celebrating so much, and today's a moment to reflect on who we are, and also where we've come from, and what home truly means in a country as beautifully diverse as Mzansi truly is.
And we do understand that comes with swallowing a bitter pill every day in South Africa for so many South Africans. So what does that freedom look like and need to look like now moving forward? Take some time to think critically about that, and we're going to hopefully inform that conversation and, yes, take the edge off and have a whole lot of awesome fun this morning. We are going to explore those stories through the lens of the Suidoosterfees 2026 as Gillian Mitchell and Leanne van Roy unpack how this year's program brings South African identity to life. And then Kurt Skoenraad and Dave Levinson, they are here. Brace yourself. They're going to show us how comedy continues to connect and unite us. That's what takes the edge off.
I agree. So just prepare yourselves for lots of laughter coming your way as well. But we're definitely going to keep that proudly local energy going with the sound of Freddy L. Yes, they are back, and we're so excited to get into their alternative sound, blending together storytelling, but just really cool vibes. I mean,
and just wonderful human beings as well. So we're going to connect with them, find out how they're feeling on this Freedom Day. I think we need to find out how the land is feeling on this Freedom Day. So we're going to connect with those news headlines. I've got to say, the sporting front, absolutely crazy this weekend. I'm going to say to all the Buccaneers fans, you know it's a derby when you're celebrating a draw like a win, and we are hurting when a draw, like a loss. We will understand fully as Brian steps into studio. Brian Kumalo is going to explain to us the pain of Derby Day. Now, this is a massive one. Just sharing the spoils, yes, but it's going to go down to the wire in the league, and this one's going to have a massive, massive impact. We'll touch on sports after we get into those news headlines.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. We're definitely looking forward to that. With 2 minutes after 6 o'clock for now, let's get into your national news headlines, where preparations are complete for South Africa's Freedom Day celebrations at Dr. Rantlai Molemala Stadium out in Bloemfontein, where President Cyril Ramaphosa will deliver the keynote address. Marking 30 years of the Constitution under the theme Freedom and the Rule of Law, the event will feature government exhibitions. Now, Bloemfontein was selected as host due to its status as judicial capital, and home to the Supreme Court of Appeal, highlighting the nation's democratic and legal journey. In other national news, Africa Mayabuya movement leader Floyd Shivambu says South Africa's democracy has failed to equitably benefit citizens more than 30 years after its achievement. Addressing a, quote, no Freedom Day, end quote, event in Soweto, he argued that wealth remains concentrated among the rich, contrary to the Freedom Charter's principles. Now, Shivambu criticized the ANC's 30-year leadership, saying it has not delivered on promises of equality, shared wealth and economic security for the majority. Well, internationally speaking, a suspected gunman opened fire near a security checkpoint at the White House Correspondents' Dinner out in Washington, D.C. Officials believe it was a targeted attempt on President Donald Trump and senior government figures. Now, the suspect was arrested at the scene and weapons were recovered. One police officer was injured and later discharged. Authorities are investigating the motive, with early indications pointing to a planned attack on officials. Meanwhile, King Charles and Queen Camilla's U.S. visit will proceed with tighter security measures in place. In other news, Mali's Defense Minister Sadio Kamara has been killed after a suicide truck bombing targeted his residence near Bamako amid coordinated nationwide attacks. Authorities say he died from injuries sustained while engaging attackers linked to Al-Qaeda. The assault, described as one of the largest in years, also struck multiple regions, including Kidal and Gao. Separatist and jihadist groups intensified violence, while security forces imposed curfews and heightened patrols. Now, officials say the situation remains under control despite ongoing clashes. And finally, heading into Tinseltown, where Anne Hathaway is earning praise for her gripping role in Mother Mary, where she portrays a pop star staging an emotional comeback. After months of intense training, she delivers a raw, music-free dance sequence that captures both vulnerability and strength. The performance reflects deep artistic commitment, blending movement and emotion in a striking cinematic moment. Hathaway also drew inspiration from actress Jessica Chastain, whose stage performance in A Doll's House motivated her to push her own creative limits further. The result is a bold, moving portrayal that celebrates dedication, courage, and the power of artistic influence across performers. On that note, we end off your 6 o'clock news. We'll see what's happening again at 7. For now, though, let's get into the latest with Sports with Gray.
Well, I was teasing you with it, so let's start with the Soweto Derby and keep it local. Orlando Pirates fighting back to earn a 1-1 draw against Kaizer Chiefs in their 185th edition of the Soweto Derby at the F&B Stadium. So the result now keeps Pirates top of the table, just a sliver, while Chiefs stay third as they continue that incredible push for continental qualification and a very strong finish to the season, going down to the wire across all leagues, it seems, which we love. Well, let's look at the football outside the league right now. Enzo Fernandez scoring the decisive goal as Chelsea beat Leeds United 1-0 at Wembley to reach the FA Cup final. And of course, this had to be their first game after Liam Rosenoir's exit. So Chelsea booking a showdown with Man City, who overcame Southampton in that other semi-final. Now let's get into the tail of the tape of rugby and a great weekend for the Stormers, Lions and Bulls. They all secured crucial wins in the United Rugby Championship, boosting their playoff hopes as well at a critical time. So the Stormers storming back to their first place spot on the log after a big win over Glasgow Warriors. Hope you were there to enjoy it. Well, the Sharks, they suffered heartbreak as their playoff hopes were officially ended. Some brilliant standout performances, but it would have been heartbreaking, especially for Sia as he makes his way out of the black and white. Now we can get back onto two wheels as Alex Marquez, he claimed back-to-back victories at the Spanish Grand Prix. That was after brother Marc Marquez crashed out on lap 2. Then Marco Bezzecchi, he finished second, while Fabio Di Gianantonio, he completed the podium in a dramatic race at Jerez. There was a lot going on in the sport this weekend, so if the nerves are a little frayed, sorry, we're going to take you right back in there. We're going to bring you the big guns to chat sport, football, all of the weekend action in just a moment. But right now, let's see what the weather has in store for your Freedom Day.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's check out what is going down when it comes to your weather. And as per usual, we start out in Polokwane. Now, your Monday out in Polokwane moves in with mostly sunny skies and gentle southwesterly winds. Temperatures start at 16 degrees and rises to a warmer 30. Now, tomorrow will be partly cloudy with temperatures ranging from a lower 15 and peaking at 28. From Polokwane, let's head into Klerksdorp next, where you can prepare for a mostly sunny day with moderate wind coming through from the west. A chilly start to your day. Your temperatures begin at 7, but then reach a high of 23. Now, it's mostly sunny and humid conditions that will continue until Wednesday, with Thursday forecast for rain sitting at a chance of 45%. Let's see what's going down in Pretoria now. You can expect mostly sunny skies throughout your day today. Temperatures will range from a cool 13 degrees and double up to 26 as your high. And then as we look into the week ahead, expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the high teens and making its way into the mid-20s. A bit further into Johannesburg now, where you are in for some morning blessings to start your week. Temperatures start from a brisk 8 degrees and then rises to a high of 22. And then as we look ahead, expect mostly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid to high teens. From the City of Gold, we move into Mbombela next, where your Monday kicks off with bright and sunny skies. Temperatures will climb from a low of 16 to a hot high of 31 degrees. The next 2 days will be cloudy and humid, and there is a 25% chance of rain, with temperatures in the high teens. In the beautiful Bloemfontein, you're in for a partly cloudy day. There will be some afternoon showers to accompany that. You do start with a cold 3 degrees as far as your temperatures are concerned, but it will rise to 17. Now, it's mostly cloudy skies that will dominate the coming days, with a rain chance at a 50% chance come Wednesday. Then into Richards Bay we go, where your day brings you a mostly sunny day with rain forecast at 35%. Now your temperatures, they do range from a cool 17 to a warmer 27 with strong southwesterly winds this time. And looking ahead, expect temperatures in the low to high 20s with the lowest being 16 degrees. And then to Durban, you'll begin your Monday with sunny skies and strong southerly winds. Your temperatures begin at a low of 16 and climb to a more pleasant 24 as your high. Expect tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 14 and 22, and it will be clear of rain, preparing for a good week ahead. Out in Mthatha, you're in for a mostly sunny day with moderate southwesterly winds coming on through. Temperatures rise from a reserved 7 degrees to a more pleasant 20 as the day goes. Over the coming days, temperatures range in the high teens, clear of rain, up until Wednesday, where it comes down by 60% chance on Thursday. Out in Uba, formerly known as Craddock, part of your day brings you afternoon thunderstorms with gentle southwesterly winds. Nice cold start to your day, 2 degrees, and that warms up to 16 as your high. Looking into the coming days, expect mostly cloudy skies, with Thursday forecast for rain sitting at a chance of 65%. And then into Kugompo City we go, formerly East London. You can expect partly cloudy conditions with firm southwesterly winds at 39 kilometers per hour. Now your temperatures will range between 13 and 21, but looking ahead, tomorrow brings you strong winds with the temperatures ranging between 12 and 19. Out in Ebeja, your day brings you scattered thunderstorms with blistering winds at 42 kilometers per hour. Temperatures, well, they'll sit between 11 and 17 degrees. And as we head into the days ahead, expect mostly cloudy conditions with tomorrow chance at rain at 75%. Gorgeous George, you're up next, where this Monday brings you some afternoon showers at 25%. Temperatures rise from a chilly 9 to a cool 14 degrees. And looking ahead, you're in for a partly cloudy week with temperatures in the mid-teens to lower 20s. A bit further along now into Cape Town, your day brings you partly cloudy skies with some rain here and there. Our temperatures range from a chilly 10 to a high of 16 degrees. And in the coming days, anticipate partly cloudy skies, clear of rain until Thursday rolls around. Well, let's check out what Sutherland has to offer on this Monday. Expect a sunny day your side with subtle southwesterly winds sitting at 19 kilometers per hour. Oof, your temperature started at -2 degrees and rises to just 8 as you can expect a nice cold day ahead. Looking ahead, tomorrow's temperatures range between -1 and a high of 12, so do brace yourselves for that. And then out in Kimberley, a partly cloudy day is what you're in for. Temperatures, they will glide from a cold 3 degrees and peak at a high of 17. For the week ahead, expect temperatures in the mid to high teens with rain forecast at 55% come Wednesday. And then finally, out in Uppington, you can expect intervals of sunny and cloudy conditions throughout your day today. Your temperatures will start with a cold 4 degrees and climb to a high of 18. Now, taking a look at the days ahead, it does bring you cloudy conditions with rain averaging around 45% for the most part. A nice comprehensive weather report for your Freedom Day that brings us into the Freedom Sunrise of this hour. And Joey out in Mhlanga blessed us so wonderfully with this beautiful morning view. Zoe, thank you for representing KZN so wonderfully. 25 degrees is what you can expect on your part, but that definitely is a breath of fresh air to welcome us into a fresh new week. And if you think you could do a little bit better than Joey, I don't know where you'll take it, but clean your lens and make sure that you snap a picture and send it on through to this number. It is 0630369649. We look forward to seeing exactly what that looks like at 7 o'clock. But now, though, it's time to get into your Feel Good Breakfast show. Let's see what's coming your way.
First of all, I think half of the cameramen in the studio just went and cleaned their lenses. It's a worthwhile reminder on a day like today. We're going to be out there. Hopefully, you're going to be loving life. But don't forget why we get this public holiday. It is our Freedom Day today. And while we, yes, are looking back, and I think for someone of my age, there is so much to consider critically from where we've come from. And yes, we need to hold ourselves accountable. But looking forward, there seems to be so much changing. So I want to put it to you guys this morning. What does freedom freedom looked like you or to you right now? I know that has changed significantly as the country has shifted gears. For a young South African especially, what does freedom look like, feel like for you right now? Is it an expression? Is it something that you've got to achieve? Is it happening all around you? Is it a positive energy that you get to plug into? Is it something that seems just a little far away? We want to hear from you this morning. And of course, we are going to bring you as much South African flavor to remind you of what we are all about. And there is one game that really does bring it all to bear. The Soweto Derby took place yesterday. A tough one for the Pirates fans. They got to share the spoils. Does it feel like that for the Buccaneers? We'll find out after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show on this beautiful Freedom Day. And yes, for the next couple of hours and beyond, we'll be celebrating because it is a moment that reminds us not only of how far we've come as a nation, but also of the spirit that carries us forward day to day. And that's, of course, why more South Africans, or at least what's more South African, am I telling a joke right now?
You are.
Than our sense of humor.
The problem is you're doing it in my dad joke style, okay, which is you gotta, if you're going to be in that lane, you've actually got to be a dad. It's the only way. South Africans, we love our humor. I think it takes the edge off.
Right.
And we thought our motivational clip just lands beautifully. It's about one of those moments where the words of the national anthem of South Africa don't quite land the way we expect. And somehow that shared imperfection has brought us together even more. Let's take a little look at this Monday motivation.
My fellow South Africans, happy Freedom Day. I just want to remind you of one thing. Our national anthem, guys. Let's be honest, as soon as the language changes, most of us sound like we're trying to order a bunny chow after a few brandies. So I just want to remind people. Nkosi sikaleli Afrika, maluphakaniso phundulwayo. Izwa imithandazo yethu, Nkosi sikalela. Let's go. Morena boloka se chaba saesu. Ofetiswe dintwa la machwe. Ofetiswe dintwa. Osibuluke. Osibuluke. Osibuluke se chaba saesu. Se chaba sa. South Africa. And this is the part where most white people start joining in. Say him, hey, dip van on see this part here gets people. It's because the kha is khaching with the other kha. Okay, even me after all these years, it's shocking. Ons but it counts on. So as a call to come together and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, what a legend.
Thank
what
you.
an absolute legend,
I
man.
love it when the national anthem goes, because also you have to look around the room at the generations of people that will sing or keep quiet at certain parts.
I stadium watch. I'm a people watcher at the best of times. So when you give me a stadium view like that, I absolutely love it. But that just nailed South Africa to a T.
100%.
Let's take a little look at how people are responding and feeling. Only country in the world with 5 languages in the anthem. It's one of the Rainbow Nation. Thank you, Dustin. Spot on, man.
And then Liani says, you are forgetting for us English school kids. The first verse was drilled into us. Lots of help with pronunciation from our black classmates. Then came the Afrikaans, uit die blauw van onze hemel, mumbling, and then the English verse moderately better. Everyone's just loud at the South Africa, our land. We unite at the end for sure.
You kind of have to. Everyone's just got to kind of make up for it. But I got to love the octave dropping.
Drop.
Uit die blauw van, how it rebuilds. Let us know how you are feeling, because we've got to share these notions. In fact, let's do it right now.
Okay, so a couple of our presenters got together to share their Freedom Day message, and our nature boy came out first. Ryle, what do you have to say?
Freedom Day to me, it just means that I'm truly grateful because we get to do this, baby. We got the mountains, we got some green to play on, and we've just got all the things that people and our forefathers, our parents, our grandparents, everybody in this country fought for moments like this. The opportunity for us to play, grateful.
Grateful,
Hey, man,
grateful.
just pace yourself. I know you're like world champion and everything, but hey, 5s will take you down.
Graham, you and I are definitely going to try that in a couple of weeks from now. We've got another message coming on through Zanele, our girl Zan. Let's see what she had to say.
What's up, my Expresso family? Happy Freedom Day! Yay! We get to celebrate the fact that in South Africa we are free. What is freedom to me, though? It is our forefathers and honoring them and how they fought to get us to this point that we are today, where we're able to be anyone we want to be. We can be anything we want to be. We're able to express ourselves on places like Expresso with all of these different cultures and even nationalities. And it's us just being able to be ourselves. But I also think that freedom is unity. It is us being able to be a family, as a country, a melting pot of cultures, rather, and more than anything else, just coming together on those beautiful days, such as Freedom Day, where we get to celebrate who we are, what we are, and what makes us unique, but in that diversity, still having unity. And Freedom Day is being on Expresso. Mwah! Happy Freedom Day, South Africa. We love you.
We love you.
Man, I'm dying to know what she was doing right there. But she's also one of those people knocking down those doors for others around us. So we love and appreciate you. Well, someone newly joined to the team still has a lot to say. Let's hear from Chan.
Hey everyone, I think Freedom Day is so important because it shows how far we've come as a country, but it's also important to just protect everyone's rights to love, to live, and to just be themselves. So, happy Freedom Day.
Oh,
Like that
beautiful.
individual freedom we often forget.
Yes,
yeah?
absolutely. Thank you for that reminder, Chanley. Up next, we've got our girl Ayanda Chitabete. Let's see what she had to say.
Hey there, Feel Good family. I have actually just come back from my morning session, and that can feel like freedom in itself. But if I'm really getting into it, freedom for me is really having the opportunity to make my own choices, to be able to wake up in the morning, decide what I want to do, to be able to pivot whenever I want to. Everything is not so straight line and narrow anymore. If I jump into one career and decide that I want to pivot into another one, that's something that I observe as freedom as well. And honestly, just being able to roam wherever I want to roam in the physical sense that we understand it. Happy Freedom Day. I hope that you have an absolutely amazing one.
Gorgeous. We're so blessed to be able to work with the best as well. And what a beautiful reminder. When it comes to Freedom Day for me, it reminds me of this wonderful quote by civil rights activist Fani Lowe from back in the 70s. And she said, we aren't free until everybody's free.
Exactly.
And it really just reminds us that we can enjoy some freedoms, but until even the most marginalized person in society cannot experience the same freedoms, we can't really enjoy all of it.
It feels like a compound journey.
It is.
Where every year that young South Africans especially don't have access to that, to safe places to learn and to grow,
Sure.
feels like we are literally exponentially increasing the weight of what that feels like for young people. I can remember the days of change and how it felt like we were so ready and it should have happened, and that feeling, that elastic pullback. So you can imagine every year since then, how many people are waiting with expectation for that big shift.
Right.
The bottom line is the shift happens with the current generation who have that custodianship right now. It's not something that's given to you from the past or given to you from the future. It happens right now. So if you see a space that needs to change, if you see a space that needs to have safety, that needs to have freedom, you have to be that change. So think about what you can do critically in your own spaces, and we'll continue to have an amazingly motivational Monday after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We are loving being South African this morning. Why? Because we get to share the spoils of the Soweto Derby. The country doesn't have to be split for a day. It can just be chilled. For the first time in 17 matches, in fact, the Soweto Derby ended in a draw. Spoils are shared between two teams, and that PSL match between Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs didn't disappoint. It finished 1-1 in front of 88,000 fans at the Calabash Stadium. Incredible. So hope you were there. Now to share their views on the results of the 158th Soweto Derby, we've got the ultimate buccaneer, Orlando Pirates super fan and one of our favorite family members here at Expresso, Brian Khumalo, as well as our soccer coach. And I thought you were going to have to be a psychologist this morning, but thankfully it went all right. Dylan Peterson here to chat about the derby. This is a big one, buddy. I know you weren't going to come on if Pirates lost, okay? But when I saw the gear on, I was like, no, it's going to happen. You must be proud of the boys. I know we always want to win, but let's start with how you're feeling about Pirates' performance before we get into the shenanigans.
To be honest, how I feel.
Like you were going to not be honest, bro.
Absolutely crestfallen. I mean, we could have won that game. The chances that we created, they were enough for us to win. But their goalkeepers just stand in our way. But now, then I was like, but after we scored, then I was like, there's hope now. We can still go all the way. So now, then Sundowns through. Then I was like, yes. So now it's now or never. Anyone can win it.
What's better, having a game in hand or having points in hand? I hope I'm not going to jinx anything here. I'm looking forward to
listen, bruh, like game in hand is not points. So we're still hopeful that they can still, and we still have to play Chiefs. And if Chiefs can do us a favor, then we can
How
go all the way.
times have changed. What alternate reality have I woken up this morning? We've got Pirates and Chiefs talking friendly. No, we want this on Derby Day, a bit of spice. We got 45 minutes of pre-spice before the match had even begun. I mean, how do you as a coach maintain that? You've got 88,000 people outside in the calabash. You've got literally staff members warring on the field. Is that just Derby Day?
I think that's Derby Day for you, eh? Also, sometimes you don't want a bit of spice in there, just to give it a bit of a extra oomph in there. So I think the players, they get a bit of a taste from that. Like, okay, cool, it's war now. So
now they understand.
Now they understand because you're playing for rights here. So
the tea lady was out there hitting people with teacups and stuff. Did that hurt or help Pirates or Chiefs in this instance, having that disruption, having the delay? How did you feel as a fan?
It's always spectacular.
He loves it.
Every time you're watching and like stadium is
Take a look at that, man.
The stadium is packed. It's either you take it bad especially when you are in a losing side, and the supporters will always put that pressure in you. So if you're winning or if you're not winning, but at least as long as you're drawing, so it always helps. But if you're losing, they can intimidate you.
Yeah.
Like so bad.
And it is an intimidating space to be in. I imagine for the young players, this is like, oh my word, okay, it gets real now. How important was it for Chiefs? I mean, they've got potentially African football to be playing out of this. When we looked at how they started their season to where they are, they've got to see this kind of like a victory, right?
Yeah, 100%. And it's massive for them because...
well, they're celebrating it like a victory, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So for them, it was something massive, obviously, to qualify for, or potentially qualify next year for Africa in the Champions League. So, I mean, they turned the season around. So, yeah, it's quite a positive thing for them to come through. And then
I haven't asked where your allegiance lies. Am I allowed to ask?
Of course. We're going Pirates.
Okay,
Pirates,
I like that.
Because once a Pirate, always a Pirate.
You see what I'm saying? And the Buccaneers demand a certain level of support.
Yeah.
When you're having a year like this, where you start to dream, because you've been burnt many times before. Bearing in mind, this is a Spurs fan talking here from that side, so I'm jaded, I understand. How important is it to have these big fixtures, the emotional fixtures for the fan base in a year like this? How important is this year for Pirates, actually?
But this year has been absolutely amazing for Pirates. Remember, the past few seasons, we've been always fighting for the second spot, trying to win it. But now, this year is different because this year we can see the light. We can see that we're going somewhere. You know,
there's good football, first of all. Yeah.
There's something about these Pirates of this season. They bring so much happiness in us. Like every time they go to the stadium, they have this thing of that we can win it. So this year they brought something special. So this year that's why we can all feel that now. It's now or never. So every game that we play now is crucial for us. So even the players themselves, they know that every game that they have to play now, it's win or not. So if you're drawing a game and as long as you're not winning, they know that they put more pressure on themselves to do better so that they can win it. Because if we don't win any game now, all the games that we still have to play, it's a win or never. Because if they don't win, it's over.
You said it beautifully. Now or never.
Now or never, bro. And I like that. As long as Sundowns not winning, and we keep pushing. If we can win all our remaining games, then we watch and see how Sundowns do. Then we can.
I tell you, there's the day before Derby Day and there's the day after Derby Day. And if you're going to try and figure out football in between these 2 days, don't stand a chance. Okay, so much emotion. Based on this, how scared should Sundowns be for this title?
I think they should be on their toes now at the moment proper, because Pirates is chasing them down fast, and I think also with the pressure there now, you know what pressure does there? It makes you a bit of think twice to actually get down to second best.
And I love the fact that Pirates have been tested and they have stood up. I love the fact that the big guns are shining. So kudos to Kaizer Chiefs for turning their season around to give us the kind of Derby Day that we've got. But for the Buccaneers fans, say it one more time, Brian. It is Now or never.
And remember, Sundowns are not used to be challenged. So the past season, they've been winning. Like, before the end of the season, they will be leading with like so many points. So now this season, they see that, there's someone behind us, and it's not. It's
You're going to see Brian's smiling face coming from behind. I love it. So now when I reference Brian Khumalo every time that the Buccaneers play, you understand the love in my heart, my friends. Thank you so much. I'm glad that we got to share the spoils, one apiece on Derby Day. But the Soweto Derby, the love, the action, the culture, unbelievably powerful. So well done.
My Khumalo brother, thank you for representing as Khumalo so incredibly well there, Brian. We're so proud of you. But now, though, we're going to continue with sports with the World Cup, of course, fast approaching. Absa's once again raising the bar, bringing customers closer to the action with rewards that go beyond banking. Now, our girl Ayanda caught up with Bafana captain Ronwen Williams on the set of his latest Visa campaign, where every swipe could be your ticket to the FIFA World Cup 2026. So let's get right into it.
We are catching up with the man with the golden hands, Ronwen Williams, captain of Bafana, behind the scenes for his latest Visa campaign. Here, leadership, ambition, and all the things that make things wonderful meets real rewards, as every swipe gets you a chance to go to the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Today has really been such a lovely day. I think for me, just having people who are passionate, driven, working on this project has really been amazing. And I have to say, one of my favorite parts of today is Ronwen, listening to his story, working with him is just really amazing.
My role here today is I'm the director, which means I'm kind of the captain of the ship, trying to make sure that everyone moves in the right direction to ensure that we have all these lovely ideas come to life in front of the camera. We have Ronwen Williams for a couple of hours, and we have a lot of content and assets that we want to get out of him in that small amount of time. And ultimately, in the build-up to this World Cup, Ronwen, of course, massive national asset and a huge ambassador for Absa and Visa, means that we can use his brand to leverage some of the stories that we want to tell around Absa. And of course, Absa very much is about story.
I think it was 2013, October. There were talks that, there's a possibility I might be in the team. I didn't think that it was going to happen so soon, because I think I was only 20 at the time. That week when they announced the team, I was excited. I was watching the announcement. And when I saw my name, up on the screen, goosebumps. It's a special moment. When I went to camp and I saw all the players, all the big name players, then I was like, okay, this is special. Part of the national team now, the pride of the nation. And special moment, and I'll never forget that day.
Can you please tell us what inspired Absa Rewards to really create a World Cup linked ad?
This campaign has been made possible by our collaboration with Visa. What it's really allowed us to do is to really reward our customers. Just from everyday spend, that's really what's brought this on. And I think we've always been intentional from an Absa Rewards perspective. Where do we meet our customers? We need to meet them where they are. It's about their passion points. And that's really what this campaign is about, and celebrating that.
For everyday people that have Absa cards, to know that we can just swipe and stand a chance of going to one of the world's greatest events is absolutely amazing. And as somebody with an Absa card myself, best believe I will be swiping my way to that World Cup this year.
I think the highlight of the day is always sort of seeing it all come together in the end. These ideas are words on a page, there are multiple video calls about what we could possibly do, but to really sort of see the energy of the people making this happen, bringing it together, and seeing some of the footage and the stills that we captured today was absolutely super cool. So I'm really excited and really proud of the team.
Ronwen is such a down-to-earth human being. It's really been such an honor and a pleasure to actually work with someone like Ronwen, who's so humble, who is so passionate about what he does. He really takes this very seriously around him being the captain and what it actually means.
Yeah, there's so much responsibility, because now there's a lot of expectations as well. 60 million people expect us to do well. You can't go out there and disappoint them, because you're disappointing your country, where you were born, where you were raised. we have high expectations ourselves as well.
As we wrap up the behind the scenes, it is clear that this is so much more than a campaign. It is your chance to turn everyday spending into a trip to the FIFA World Cup 2026. So don't forget to swipe your Absa card for your entry.
Oh, man, I believe. I'm wearing my Bafana shirt all the time. I love it. Get behind the boys. Hurry, start swiping today up until the 31st of this month. That's 31st of April, obviously, because your next transaction literally could take you all the way to the boys at the World Cup. But, of course, those T's and C's apply. Good luck.
So much excitement in the studio today, not only because we're going to get cooking in a little bit, but also because the Daniels are joining us. What's trending on TikTok? It's these two, of course. Yusuf and Amina are going to be here to chat all things to do with living Lekka.
And living Lekka means a tomato bredie from time to time. And that's what we're going to have for breakfast this morning. Now, we're going to whip that up in just a moment as a part of your Freedom Day celebrations. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on S3 on this beautiful Freedom Day that we're celebrating. Now, as us as South Africans reflect on this day, we celebrate the power of unity and the stories that continue to shape our nation day to day. And today in particular, we're joined by Yusuf Daniels and Thamina Daniels, the duo behind Living Lekka, community builders, storytellers, and entrepreneurs dedicated to uplifting people through food and culture, and I think most importantly, through connection. So guys, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here.
It's Lekka, dark and cold, but yeah, we're here.
That's exactly what today's going to be described as. You came prepared though.
Yeah, covered. I'm covered.
You're covered and you're good. So Freedom Day reminds us of unity. It reminds us of diversity. I mean, our country is a melting pot of cultures, as we know. So how does this idea sort of show up in your home? How does that kind of play out within the Daniels home?
Tamina, all yours.
I think that in our home, it is specifically prevalent, but I think also in our community as Living Lekka, it's a big thing. Because I think what our Facebook page does is it brings a multitude of different people together just under the pretense of entertainment, comedy, and just having a Lekka time.
Yeah. So wait, for those who are unfamiliar with Living Lekka on Facebook, maybe they're living under a rock somewhere, can you explain exactly what you guys do?
Yes, Dad.
So, yeah, Dad, take over. So, I started out with Amina in Matric. I didn't know she couldn't speak Afrikaans. And then I put her on social media speaking Afrikaans. And then she changed the whole Afrikaans language in one conversation.
Oh my goodness.
And that got 1.5 million views. And since then, we have marketed, I think, I don't know how many 100 businesses with her speaking Afrikaans. But at the same time, we've also done now 2 festivals, Living Lekka Summer and Autumn Festivals.
Right.
And we're just adding and adding. Besides, she's just actually a bit crazy or a bit chatty.
We love to see it though.
But she's actually a very smart girlie.
Kan jy Afrikaans praat nou?
Ja, ek kan en ek wou net sê dat wat ek het gesê by die festival was dat dit was baie lekker vir my Want as jy doen dit op die video, né?
Ja.
Dan jy sien nie die mense, jy nie communicate met hulle, jy sien nie daai persoonlike voel in. Maar by die festival, dit was so lekker want nou kan jy praat na die tannies. Jy kan hulle voel. Dit was so nice. Ja, dit was gemeenskap
Don't
for
fool
real.
the tannies, it's not right.
Nee,
jy moet dit voel.
Nee.
Not with accent, please.
This is what I have to put up with.
Relatable though, you know what I'm saying? My family's Afrikaans, I'm also, I'm getting there slowly but surely. That was beautiful. She didn't say gemeenskap. Dit was 'n groot woord.
But now she said communicate. Ask her what's communicate in Afrikaans.
Communicate. Communicatie.
Ja, is dit nie?
She was going to say communicaat. She was, I know my child.
Not bad.
Yes.
Halfway there, 50%. But you guys, of course, come from different generations, being dad and daughter, different perspectives in the household as well and on the page. So do you find that there's a gap? And in that gap, I mean, the way you see the world, do you guys come together at any point as well?
Can I just...
Please go for it, Dad.
So, I was actually thinking about this the other day and I realized, so I'm still very busy in life with a lot of stuff. And I realize I now have a 24-year-old daughter that I can actually chat to about stuff. And you'll be amazed at how much I learn from her.
Sure.
I learn so much because, you must keep up with the trends and the
of
vibes
course,
and
the
all these
TikToks
things. And all these things. So I learned quite a bit from her. And at the same time, I think she is still learning from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm still in charge.
Of course, head of the home.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy to relate to my dad because he's a cool dad, man.
Okay.
He's not like
Is it the first time you're hearing this?
I've never heard this before. Say it again to the people.
Say it again.
He's a cool dad. He's a cool dad, and I also learn a lot about like business and things like that from him. Because my dad is like a natural-born hustler, and I think I've gained that trait just watching him do his thing over the years, and it's been such a I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Isn't that nice to hear?
Daddy-daughter vibes.
We are so
Daddies
here
take
for
note.
it.
This is beautiful.
This is the dynamic that we want. You guys cook together? Why the silence? You attend to cook together.
Wait, hold on. Let me explain the cooking thing. I'm a very honest person, especially on a Monday morning. Monday morning.
And on a Freedom Day
and on
too.
my Freedom Day, I'm very
Yes.
honest, So we've got a cooking show, but she actually does all the cooking.
Hear the confessions, please.
I'm just here for the vibes
And the
and praat
tasting.
nonsense, and I eat lekker though. Because living lekker, eating lekker, that's me.
They go hand in hand.
But I have to say, this is the chef.
Yes,
100%.
you just have to give him an onion and say chop this, and he'll take an hour.
So I've brought it down to 55 minutes.
Not bad.
She's like,
Progress is progress.
Lieve mensen.
What is your favorite thing to eat and your favorite thing to cook?
Mine to eat?
Yes.
My mother, my Jessie that passed away, her favorite dish she made me, tamati bredie.
Oh,
and it's
sign me
not
up.
tomato bredie. It's not from
Tamati
Constantia,
bredie.
no.
What do you use? Beef, chicken, lamb? What do we?
Beef, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do beef. Tomato. Oh, lekker. That's lekker soft potatoes.
Oh my gosh.
Tomato. Oh, stop it.
Well, we're making tomato bredie today. Is it exactly like your grandma would have made?
Yes, it is. The recipe is super, super similar.
Oh my gosh. What's your favorite thing to cook?
So my favorite thing to cook is actually butter chicken. I call it botterhoendervlees.
Wait, break that down.
Butter chicken, I'll say butter chicken.
Botterhoendervlees.
That's my go-to. It's especially my meal when I'm sad, because it's like a nice long method, and then you can listen to your favorite music and you cook it, and then you eat it after, and you're like, okay, I'm not that sad anymore.
It takes you out of it. We're gonna get our aprons on in a little bit because, of course, Graham's gonna join you in the kitchen. But very quickly, what are we looking at here on the front?
Oh, that is the book, my 6th book that I released in December.
Oh
yes.
My goodness! Congratulations.
Yes, and it's all about my mother, the lady behind this tomato bredie
I'm telling you,
recipe.
the matriarch of the family. I love to see it, and thank you for carrying her spirit through everything.
Absolutely.
We're going to carry it into our kitchen in just a little bit. They're going absolutely nowhere. The Daniel's in the building, and we're about to get cooking.
Yeah, we love the fact that we get to celebrate love and culture and connection in this way. And yes, today we are celebrating flavor as well, and those flavors that unite us because we eat in this country. That's how we love our culture, and nothing says home, quite like a slow-simmered bredie. Now joining us, this duo who are living Lekka every day, Tamina and Yusuf Daniels. They are making a dish that has been passed down through generations, a classic tomato bredie. And of course, we have added a bit of an Expresso simplification, but I'm going to ask the Daniels to come in and cook along with us. Hi, guys. Thank you for being here. Buddy, I feel like we always get you up at ridiculous times of the day to come and...
Yeah, you're not Lekka people, but...
but we try, but there's a lot of Lekka things happening here. So we have simplified our tomato bredie, and so please, I know there are many ways to get to a beautiful end result, but there is something so spectacular about a bredie because it is simple and it's accessible. And for a curry or a stew, you want that for South Africans, but this is beautiful and you guys are going to do the work today.
Can you just, before we start, can you just say tamati bredie?
Tamati bredie.
Hoe krijg je mond skief?
Tamati.
Tamati. Swane, it's difficult.
It is, yeah.
Okay, but it's not tomato. It's tamati.
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 I can even feel it, and you know how my face naturally goes into a smile when you say it. Tamati. That's now I understand living Lekka. As soon as you do it, the smile comes onto your face.
Oh, look at you.
So we can turn on the stove there. I'm going to lean across and just... It's about the only time they allow me to use the fire. I'm going to keep it on like a medium heat.
Right.
And please, as you go along, do you protect the familial knowledge of the recipe, or is it something that you share openly with everyone?
No, so I have a cookbook. And I've put all my granny's recipes in that book.
So I'm not going to do a thing. You're just going to launch into it. So we've got our onions sautéing. Then we've got our garlic. And what has been suggested by Oki, with the allspice, green chili, but cutting it lengthways so that we can release all the seeds.
Okay, interesting.
Hey, so I'm going to do the chilies, because I feel like you shouldn't. Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't ask your guest to touch a chili in studio. Beyond that,
amazing.
But you quite look at you.
Well, not really. I just we learn through our mistakes. We
cut the chili.
Okay, there we go. And I think
that's a quite.
Can we throw this in?
Yeah, and obviously we can take the chili things out, but for me the seeds absolutely amazing. So you can.
Yeah, you must cut
you
the
don't
stem.
want to bite into a stick, you know.
Seeds. He has done this before.
That's not Lekka.
So, and just toss ahead. When you have to decide who does the cooking at home, obviously it's something that we love and we enjoy. Are there things that he's just better at and can do?
No.
None, not one.
He can make nice eggs. I don't know why, but I can't get the eggs to stay... the yolk to stay like that. I'm more of I flip it and then it's broken.
Very few people can. Make that your thing then. Just focus on that and do that. Then our garlic goes in.
I'm not feeling very welcome here, but okay.
And our allspice, which is coming in nice little...
Can I stir for you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Do you know what my favorite thing is? It's like my favorite trio is the cinnamon, ilachi, cardamom, and cloves. Like that is a staple.
The heady spices.
Yeah, it's like so good. And then it smells so lekker in the pot also.
And then everyone knows what's going on as well in the kitchen. Then our tomato paste and our sugar going in there. And just a drop of water just to add.
You people take long.
So is this your recipe?
Yeah, this is our. I'm getting all sorts of energies from you about this recipe.
Because you see, the thing is, obviously this is now half cooked, right?
Yeah, we've browned it off.
But remember, this usually takes like 30 minutes, so it goes in first.
Okay.
Do you get me?
100%. So
and like if you don't like that smell, my nanny always said, my granny, you put a bit of vinegar, asane. And then it takes away that like wild smell.
That fatty meatiness. That there is a bit of a gaminess kind of a smell that hits. I love that.
Yeah, it does.
You get that, eh?
Yeah.
But trust and believe, because you said tomato paste.
I mean, there are many ways to arrive at this, and we've done exactly that. So browning off the meat beforehand to release the fats, to get that flavour. Because as much as, yes, it can hit hard, and it's quite a strong... That fat is vital for the flavour of this meal. And a bit of sugar to balance it out.
You must.
And we do have some water that you can add.
So tomato bredie has a sweet taste.
Bredie, alsjeblieft.
Has a sweet taste. Must have a sweet taste.
It's got it, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's, I suppose, being quite a rich dish, you want to be able to temper that. So for me, the soft potato is absolutely vital. But again, it becomes, okay, are you going to cook your potatoes before you put them in there, or does that become how you know when it's
When
ready?
everything's done, yeah.
Hey, the potato becomes your kind of canary in the mine.
So this will come in like second last.
Okay.
And then you just leave it, so you close the pot, or you just let it simmer a little bit, then it'll get soft. But then you usually throw the sugar in last, because then that taste stays in, man.
It's right there. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
So
I think she's telling mother as well. Now, a bit of salt and pepper, just for taste.
Wait, it's like...
You can do a pinch or all of it. It's up to you.
It's like
And then
Yeah, but I'll make it loose, don't worry.
our tomato will go in. And obviously we are speeding things up for the purpose of TV.
Yes.
And then we are going to add in and build our the remainder of our meal and let our meat really kind of... We were told about 40 minutes at least to get it there.
Because you want that meat soft then.
Super soft.
They say what? Sakkies op jou lippe.
Sakkies op jou lippe. Net soos in Engel. And I think the fact that you've got fat to render there, do that. Let that render into the dish. It's going to be amazing. I've got to say, the smells and looks absolutely beautiful.
No, it's in the stirring.
It is, completely, man. It's all in the action. I think she's a side seat driver in the kitchen, and that's why you lack confidence, man. No, she is amazing in everything that she does, and the potatoes will then go in. We'll top up with the water, and it's as simple as that. If you want to know a different way of doing it, you've got to get the cookbook. It's as simple as that. No, we love the fact that this is an accessible, beautiful, nutritious dish. The QR code is up. And if you can't smell the aroma coming from our kitchen right now, scan the QR code and create it yourself. The true scent of South African public holiday. A tamati bredie, guys. I know. Lovely. And my face is going to stay smiling for the rest of the day. You guys are amazing. What you're doing to connect people and community and create safe places is amazing. You are Lekka. You really are. So we love you. Please follow and show them love online and see if you can emulate and create our hybrid tamati bredie.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning. Are you feeling lucky this morning? Well, you're plugged into the right kind of energy. Welcome back to the show. Let's see if we can reward you. Lotto and Daily Lotto Plus aren't playing around today. Sitting in our jackpot, estimated for our Daily Lotto, 350,000 Rand there and waiting for you. And then look at that number, 100,000 Rand sitting in our estimated jackpot for our Daily Lotto Plus. Why not play both? And you know all of the modes you can go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your cell phone banking app. It really is as simple as that. Just make sure that you stay connected to the Expresso socials, and we'll keep reminding you throughout the day. It's a total of 450,000 Rand. Your Daily Lotto, 350,000 Rand in the jackpot today. Daily Lotto Plus, 100,000 Rand, and it could be yours. All the best of luck as we fly into the second hour of the show with those official duties.
Well, thank you so much, Graham. It's just a minute before we hit 7 o'clock. That means it's time to get straight into your national news headlines. Now we get started here with Communications Minister Solly Malatsi, who has withdrawn South Africa's draft national artificial intelligence policy after discovering fictitious sources in its references. Now, an internal review found likely AI-generated citations were included without proper verification, raising serious credibility concerns. Now, Malatsi described the lapse as unacceptable and confirmed consequences for those responsible. Now, he stressed the incident underscores the need for strict human oversight in AI use and assured the public of corrective action. In other news in our country, preparations are complete for South Africa's Freedom Day celebrations at Dr. Rantlai Molamela Stadium out in Bloemfontein, where President Cyril Ramaphosa will deliver the keynote address. Now, marking 30 years of the Constitution under the theme, quote, freedom and the rule of law, end quote, the event will feature government exhibitions. Bloemfontein was selected as host due to its status as judicial capital and home to the Supreme Court of Appeal, highlighting the nation's democratic and legal journey. Internationally speaking, Tunisian authorities have suspended the Tunisian League for Human Rights for 1 month, prompting concern over a growing crackdown on civil society. Now, the group condemned the move as arbitrary and vowed legal action. The decision follows similar restrictions on NGOs and coincides with arrests targeting journalists and critics. Observers warn of increasing pressure on independent voices under President Kais Saied, who has cited foreign funding as a threat. Now, rights advocates say freedoms of expression and association are increasingly under strain. Meanwhile, suspected gunmen opened fire near a security checkpoint at the White House's Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. Officials believe it was a targeted attempt on President Donald Trump and senior government figures. Now, this
We apologise for that break in transmission there, a bit of a technical difficulty, but we continue now with our news at the top of the hour, and I'll be delving into our sport in just a moment. In fact, let's delve into our sport on a vitally important weekend, and we had to share the spoils for this one, which seems like kind of a win for both teams. Orlando Pirates fighting back to earn a 1-1 draw against Kaizer Chiefs in, incredibly, the 185th Soweto Derby at F&B Stadium. What culture and history. So the result now keeps Pirates top of the table. Chiefs stay third as they continue their push for that continental qualification and a strong finish to the season. So really did work out well for both teams. Now we head a little further afield to get out of the league and into the cup lane as Enzo Fernandez scored the decisive goal as Chelsea beat Leeds United 1-0 at Wembley to reach their FA Cup final. So in the first game after Liam Rosenoir's exit, typically Chelsea found a different vein of form. They booked a showdown now with Manchester City, who of course overcame Southampton in their other semi-final. Now we can get back into rugby as the Stormers, Lions and Bulls all secured crucial wins in the United Rugby Championship, boosting their playoff hopes. So the Stormers, they stormed back to first place, in fact, after a big win over Glasgow Warriors, while the Sharks, they suffered heartbreak as their playoff hopes were officially ended. But go and just have a little look for Andre Esterhuizen and the muscle there. There are some clips circulating online. Incredible. Now we can round off back on two wheels as Alex Marquez claimed back-to-back victories at the Spanish Grand Prix. That was after his brother Marc Marquez crashed out on lap 2. So Marco Bazzacchi, he finished second, while Fabio Di Gianantonio, he completed the podium in a dramatic race at Jerez. So it really was a dramatic weekend on all sporting fronts. So hopefully today you can calm down just a little bit and not too much to report on in the traffic. Let's start down in the mother city in Cape Town in Langa. In fact, heavy congestion been reported on the N2 outbound. That's at the ramp to Bunga Avenue. Traffic moving very slowly through that area, so please allow for extra travel time. And remember not to text while driving, especially in these early mornings as we move into the new season. Dark and often wet conditions, so look after yourselves. Let's get into the weather. And we start up in Polokwane. Good morning, Polokwane. Your Monday moves in with mostly sunny skies and gentle southwesterly winds drifting in. Temperature starting at 16 degrees, rising to a beautiful 30 degrees. Looking ahead throughout your week, temperatures sticking in the 20s. You've got partly cloudy conditions with temperatures starting at 15 and going up to 28 degrees. Then moving to Klerksdorp, prepare for a mostly sunny day. You've got a moderate wind coming in from the west. Your temperatures begin on a low of 7, reaching only a high of 23 degrees today. And that's pretty much how it's going to stay, moderate throughout the week. Humid conditions will continue until Wednesday. And then Thursday, you've got a 45% chance of rain. There we can see Pretoria ready to greet your day. You can expect mostly sunny skies for your Freedom Day. Temperatures ranging from a cool 13 to a balmy 26. And then looking ahead into the week, you've got partly cloudy skies above, temperatures in the high teens to mid-20s persisting throughout. Moving to Jersey, good morning. You're in for a morning blessing to start your week. We're going to love those early morning showers. And then temperatures starting from a brisk 8 as a result, only going up to 22 degrees today. But then as we cast a longer gaze towards the rest of the week, expect mostly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid to high teens persisting. It does crack the 20 mark at least. Then on Bombela, your Monday kicks off with bright and sunny skies above. Temperatures climbing from a low of 16 to a high of 31 degrees today. The next 2 days will be a little bit cloudier and humidity chanced at 25%. Temperatures in the high teens as well, and pretty much staying in those mid-teens throughout the rest of the week. Moving into Bloemfontein, you've got cloudy skies above with some afternoon showers expected. Your temperatures rising from a chilly 3 degrees to only 17 degrees today. As a result of that weather, mostly cloudy skies then dominating for the days to come. Rain coming in at a 50% chance on Wednesday. And that continuing throughout the end of the week before the weekend. Richards Bay, your day brings you mostly sunny days or sunny skies with rain forecast at only 35%. Temperatures ranging from a cool 17 to a balmy 27 degrees, albeit it will be tempered with a strong southwesterly wind. And then gazing into the rest of the week, you've got low to high 20s with the lowest being 16 degrees. And that gives us the prelude to join our playground, Durban. You'll begin your Monday with sunny skies with a strong southerly wind. Temperatures beginning at a low of 16, climbing to a pleasant 24 degrees. That's going to be a perfect day in Durbs. Then you can expect tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 14 and 22 and clear of rain. Mthatha, good morning. You've got a sunny day ahead with a moderate southwesterly wind. Your temperatures rising from a reserved 7 to a pleasant 20 degrees, but clearly the season's shifting. Over the coming days, your temps ranges from the high teens and clear of rain. In fact, until Wednesday, it does kick in with a 60% chance. Nkua, formerly Craddock, part of your day brings you afternoon thunderstorms and then a gentle southwesterly wind. So a bit of a mixed bag today. And then your temps move from a freezing 2 degrees to only 16 degrees. And it kind of stays chilly to moderate as we progress throughout the rest of the week. Thursday, expect that rain at 65%. Kukompo, formerly East London, you've got partly cloudy conditions and a firm southwesterly wind. When I say firm, 39 kilometers an hour. Your temperatures ranging from 13 to 21 degrees. And then throwing it forward, you've got strong winds persisting. Temperatures ranging between a low 12 and a high of just 19. Abacha, your day brings you scattered thunderstorms and a blustering wind at 42 kilometers an hour. You're going to feel that one. Temperatures are setting between 11 and 17 degrees. And we do have some rain sneaking in tomorrow and on Friday ahead of the weekend, but your temperatures ranging in the low to mid 20s. But get the rain jackets out tomorrow. And gorgeous George, how are you feeling this morning? Well, you've got afternoon showers at 25% and temperatures rising from a chilly 9 to 14 degrees. So not quite gorgeous this morning, but looking ahead, you've got partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the mid-teens to low 20s for the rest of your week. Bringing it back down to the mother city. Well, we've heard the rain falling outside. Sporadically, your day brings you partly cloudy skies and rain scattered here and there. Temperatures ranging from a chilly 10 degrees. I think we've passed that now. 16 is your high today, and it stays in the high teens throughout the rest of the week. The rain kicking in again for next weekend. Sutherland, I'm sorry, not only is it freezing, but you've got a whole lot going on. A subtle southwesterly wind at only 19 kilometers an hour, but it's going to feel a lot colder. Your temperatures ranging from a negative 2 degrees to a brisk 8 degrees with that little bit of wind. It's going to be cold. So strap up and layer up today. Looking ahead, your temperatures ranging between a -1 degrees tomorrow and a high of 12. I'm going to just say it, brace yourselves. Kimberly, you've got a slightly warmer day ahead, albeit only 3 degrees is your starting point, but you will peak at 17 degrees today. Then for the week ahead, you've got temperatures in the mid to high teens, rain forecast at 55% come Wednesday. Uppies, good morning. Please, if you are actually the mayor of Uppington, send us a message this morning. Can you expect intervals of sunny, cloudy conditions throughout your day? Yes, you can. Your temperature starting from a brisk 4 degrees, going up to only 18 today, and it kind of stays there. The clouds are going to stick around, rain averaging around 45% for the most part as we look throughout your week. Well, let's look out your window right now and take a look at our sunrise view of the hour. This one was sent in by Keshvi from Shakaskral in KwaZulu-Natal, a beautiful part of the world. 25 degrees is going to be your high in this gorgeous little slice of heaven, and it looks like you kind of opened up a slice of heaven there. Beautiful, negative, almost an upside down world, just gorgeous from the colors to the hope that it makes you feel that the day is ready to embrace us. The sun will rise again, and spectacularly so. Thank you so much. Please keep it coming. Want to see what your Freedom Day looks like outside today. Embrace it.
Now, your gut does a lot more for you than you actually may realize, but things like antibiotics can sometimes disrupt the natural balance of bacteria and lead to diarrhea. Now, that's where Interflora can help. Interflora contains a probiotic yeast that works in the gut to help restore the natural balance of bacteria, and it stays active in the gut for up to 8 hours. Now, it can be used for antibiotic-associated diarrhea or even acute diarrhea. And the great thing is that you can take Interflora together with your antibiotic, so there's no need to wait. Now, Interflora can be used by the whole family, even babies from birth, making it a convenient option to keep home for everybody. So ask your pharmacist about Interflora today. Well, the second hour of our Freedom Day show is officially upon us, and we're really excited to get into all things to do with Suidoosterfees. Now, last week we were introduced to the theme of the year, and that is home, and we'll definitely tuck into all things to do with home and comedy. We've got 2 comedy giants coming on through, and we can't wait to get into their minds to find out how they still keep South Africa laughing to this day. We'll see you straight after this.
Welcome back, and thank you for choosing to join us on this day, this vitally important day for South Africa. It is our Freedom Day, a day that we can celebrate, but I think we have to think critically on these days. In a country as richly diverse as South Africa, the idea of home is very layered, and it's shaped by culture, it's shaped by language, by history, by our lived personal experience. Now, that conversation comes beautifully alive at Suidoosterfees 2026, where stories on stage reflect the very many ways that South Africans understand and experience that notion of home. And we are joined by two incredible human beings, Gillian Mitchell and Leanne van Rooij, to explore how this program is going to bring these ideas to life. And you've got some of the best exponents of my industry to help you bring this to life. So I'm so chuffed and excited for you. How excited are you, Gillian, at the foot of this amazing, what do we even call it? It's a fest. It's the festival. But how are you feeling?
Two things, excited and filled with trepidation, because of course today down at Artscape they are busy setting up the big tent and setting up all the things that need to be done, and people are coming into the theatres and things. So
because it matters, right?
It matters, exactly.
It matters so much that we get the storytelling right. What does home mean to you? It immediately conjures something for every person who says it or hears it. What was that jumping off point for you?
So for us at Suidoosterfees, we always happen at about this time of the two big public holidays, Freedom Day and Workers' Day. And so what we always try to do is contribute to that conversation. And for us, freedom and home have very similar things about them. It's not a fixed idea. There's no one thing. Home means very many different things to you.
Especially for South Africans over the past 50 years.
Exactly. And we are not one-dimensional people, and therefore our idea of home is not one-dimensional. And that's reflected, I think, in our program.
Reflected in the amazing artists who have to step into these spaces. Ooh. Don't hide from the light, my friend. No pressure. How do you start a process like this to step into this beautiful role? How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling very excited because I get to tell stories. And that for me is the most amazing thing, because it is only via story, in my opinion, that you can change somebody's mind.
And we've now discovered through AI, once we shave off the culture and the stories as a part of the information, how much we lose in that instance. There seems to be a gravitas to just you as a person generally, which is amazing because you obviously represent so much coming behind you. But why is it so important to do this? Why do you put yourself through this every year to tell these stories or give the platform for the storytellers to be able to shine?
I think we do it firstly because we're slightly crazy. Mm-hmm. That would be one big reason.
Hence you are here at 6 in the morning on a public holiday. Yeah, exactly.
100% we're slightly crazy. But because it's important for these things to be heard. It's important not only that we tell the stories and that people listen, but also it's the opportunity for people to go and listen and participate in things that are important to other people that you may not know about. So you find out stuff, and that's how you build and foster understanding. It's how you protect freedom.
Is she like this all the time?
Yes,
okay? She's just dropping mics all over the studio. Yeah, just dropping bombs. Okay, I understand. I get it now. I really do get it. Leanne, why is it so important for young performers like yourself to have these spaces created, and then for you in turn to cast more light and create more spaces yourself? Why is this vital now?
Firstly, I want to say thank you very much that you called me a young performer.
Well, it's all relative, babe. It's all relative. Okay?
Yes, it's my freedom for the day. I take it home with me.
All due respect as well, actually.
Thank you. The arts and culture saves the country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's, the maths, the science makes things easier, but if you want heart, then we go back to storytelling again. So in terms of culture, in terms of who we are as South Africans, that's the way we are. You sit down over a glass of wine, some beer, a cup of tea, and what happens? You end up telling a story.
Yeah.
And you want to know about your day, it ends up being a story. So there are so many storytellers out there in the world. And that is what we do. We tell stories. I've got a couple of stories there this year. We've got Kindale, which is a piece of history that South Africa doesn't know about. It's up in the Northern Cape, just outside a place called Steenkopf, and it's a piece of history where the Nama and the Khoi in 1867 fought, where the Khoi people killed 32 Nama children. There is a place there with a monument.
Lest we forget.
Don't know about these stories. So how are you going to take it out to the nation? You take it out in a story. And it's written by Lynthia Julius, who's not just any old writer. She is a bekroonde skrywer and a dichter.
Sure.
So it is really about people that know how to write, jumping in and telling stories so that we know what's happened to our past. And again, like you said, lest we forget.
Lest we forget. And I remember seeing a war memorial in Benoni somewhere and being struck by those words. How important, what an awesome responsibility to be able to carry that forward. It seems like we need to temper this with emotion, with physical, with visual. It's not just about the critical thinking element. There is dance, and some of us need to move to be able to feel. Just tell me about the bigger picture and what you hope people will be impacted by most this year when we go home.
So, you know, the program is enormous and it is everything from theatre, music, dance. If you want to find something that you've never thought of doing
everywhere,
before,
all at once.
come and find it. Some of it's free, some of it you can just come and watch, some of it you can actually participate in. And so what we really want people to do is come and just you can come for the entire day and hang out and see something free, come and do something, buy one ticket, meet some friends, look at something fun. But basically come and just share what it means to be a South African. Because right now, at this moment, you know, and not only that, like Leanne says, our histories impact on what we are now, and there's a trajectory towards the future about what we want to become. So come and join us and make sure that you're part of that, whatever that thread is.
And it kind of feels like we've entered into that phase of rewriting our history, because history informs the future, and if the future starts to look different, it kind of feels like we are starting to change the path that we have been on. But this action vacuum now, the space that needs to be filled now with South Africans like young Leanne here, who is going to step into that role. You guys are mind-blowingly amazing this morning. Thank you so much for holding this line for everybody that gets to have this platform and do it. Good luck. Break a leg.
Thank you so much.
Break a leg. No stress. The expectation is high because we've seen it before. Suidoosterfees 2026 sounds like it's going to be even a new layer above. It runs from the 29th of April to the 3rd of May at the beautiful Artscape Theatre Centre and venues across Cape Town. You'll see the structures coming up today with a program that celebrates storytelling, identity, and most importantly right now in this world, never mind just South Africa, connection between each other. So this Freedom Day, it's a reminder that finding your place and your voice is part of what freedom continues to mean and really should be. Someone who never needs any help finding his voice seems to have found someone who's even naughtier than him. Yes, Dave and Kurt are here. Lord help us. Lord help us. We'll see you now.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Freedom Day as South Africa marks over 30 years of democracy today. The conversation turns to things like identity and belonging, and also what it means to feel at home. And this idea, of course, sits at the heart of Suidoosterfees 2026, where comedy becomes a powerful way of bringing people together, just like South Africans know how to do. Now, this morning, we're joined by two absolute giants, Kurt Skunrad as well as Dave Levinson, to explore how this year's program really brings that to life. So let's give them a feel-good welcome, everybody now.
Oh, welcome myself.
At least 5 people, you know?
Yes.
That's all we have today. Skeleton staff on a public holiday. What are you going to do? Guys, welcome.
Thank you. Happy Freedom Day.
Happy Freedom Day to you too. I just want to take a moment, Dave, for your T-shirt.
Yes, it's from a charity shop, so I don't know who this guy is.
We respect him, though, because Bill is looking fantastic on your T-shirt this morning.
I can make him move.
I know Bill.
Yeah. Tricks.
No, but I don't bring clothes to Cape Town.
Okay.
I go to the thrift shop, jacket, hoodie, jeans, $500.
Oh my!
I'm not advertising. I won't say where it was.
But you can because it's a charity. Shout out to that charity store. I love to see it. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Exactly.
We celebrated Earth Day recently, so we're here for it. But today we're celebrating Suidoosterfees.
Indeed.
29th to the 3rd of May. It's going to be exciting, and this year's focus is home.
Yep.
So I'm really curious about how comedy helps people find a sense of belonging and a sense of home.
Well, comedy, stand-up is storytelling.
Yeah.
And there's no better stories than the ones we share in common, and home is just that, I think.
That is a fantastic answer. We done that. Done.
Are we done? I'll see you there next time.
So no, stand-up is just storytelling in an environment that allows it to happen the right way. So this year we've curated some of the best young stand-ups to do some amazing stuff. Guys that are just doing like really good stuff on the club scene. And we got them all to tell their home stories during the course of the festival.
I love it. So who's your favorites?
Oh, you're going to put me in a really tough position then. They're
you
all
know,
my
you know
favorites.
the
They're all
answer.
watching this right now, so I'm like, okay.
Who are going to pay first?
Exactly.
Now we've really just got a really cool bunch of comedians together. And come and see the show. This is the main part. Come and see the show. The first, second, and third, we've got 2 ensemble shows each night. One at 7 p.m., one at 9 p.m. And the quality is just superb this year. And then Dave and myself are we're both doing one-maners as well.
Of course you have to.
I'm at the Civic Centre this year. That's a weird place to do comedy, but it's
tell us
very,
why.
very cool. But it's the same place you pay the fines if anybody's like interested.
The trauma that they'll feel walking in.
I went to see a show at the Civic Centre, and I got to the entrance, and I said, I've come to see the show. And she goes, you have to go to counter number 7.
Somebody will be waiting there for you. I love that. On your side, are you prepared? Are you excited, Dave? One-man show?
It's interesting. The show is called Look What You Made Me Do.
Yeah, that's
and
been running for
It comes
a
from
while.
Kurt, which he said, Dave, you've got to do a show. And I said, what do I call it? So eventually I phoned him. I said, I booked a theatre. I've got posters. And I literally said, yeah, look what you made me do. And he said, is that the name of the show? I said, yes. And then it started becoming a thing because we don't take accountability. So that's what the show's about. It's literally saying, you can't say, look what you made me do if I knock something over.
Right.
That was me that made me do. So I've literally gone on stage for an hour apologizing to every single ex-girlfriend I've ever known.
Sure.
So we've actually sold out. There's 80 people already bought tickets.
All your exes, or, okay.
So
I
sorry,
mean, 80 is quite a roster.
show's sold out, man. But the
I
home
love
thing's
that.
interesting. I've been away from Cape Town since 2010.
Sure.
I landed, I went for a walk on the promenade and said hello to people that didn't know that I've been gone for 16 years.
No.
And they were, hey, Dave, how are you, man? I saw you the other day. Like, you didn't see me the other day. And restaurants as well. You go in there like, Dave, how are you? Have a beer, have a... I'm like, these guys don't know that I wasn't here.
Wow.
So that's a sense of maybe, once you're in Cape Town, you're stuck, eh?
Yeah,
it's like a tattoo.
no. But that's a good thing. I think
It is.
that it's such a small city. They don't say that we're a small city, but we're a small city.
We're made up of a lot of small towns put together into a small city.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of knows everybody else in some extended way or another. But that's what makes Cape Town
I
fabulous.
got the same Uber driver, 3 different days apart.
Did you know him by name at that point? You
Hey,
guys,
Dave.
you shared stories
I've
and
got the
secrets.
guys at the traffic lights who are selling the stuff. They're like, hey, Dave, welcome back.
It's good to see you again. Your one-man show, what can we expect? Quite similar to something we've seen before, maybe?
No, this is brand spanking
new?
new. Ironically enough, it just so happens that he directed the show.
Oh, come on.
And what was weird was he was in Joburg and I was in Cape Town. So we directed it online.
Via Zoom.
And it worked. It did very well in Joburg and did well in Cape Town last year. And now it's at Suidoosterfees, and I look forward to it. It's just, and it develops all the time. It's never the same show. It kind of develops into something else. And, you know, like any good piece of art, I think, it's constantly in a state of evolution. You never know
where it's going to go.
Exactly.
Dave, you also do some live work with the crowd, don't you?
I prefer that.
Yeah.
Because I come from, when I was a kid, we were always in trouble, like, doing funny stuff. And that's where the key for me is, like, on the night, it might be different.
So don't sit in the front row.
No, definitely sit in the front. Because, you know, if you're not in the front, then I'll find you. But that's, my family was like that. It was always, things happened around the supper table. And that's where, for me, that's where it is. Like, those are real, authentic laughs.
Oh, beautiful.
But also 2 50-year-olds trying to work out Zoom. That was the comedy. Because he's talking. Kurt's talking to me like this. And no, properly. For half an hour. I didn't even notice it. I just thought he was being quiet, which is such a pleasure.
Oh, Kurt. Oh, we love to see it, and we can't wait to see you guys in action. Suidoosterfees, 29th of April to the 3rd of May.
Because the theme is home. Don't stay at home. Come to the show.
Home is where you guys are.
And you can get the tickets on web tickets. These festivals are as successful as they are based on what you perceive of it. So come and see the show, support local, buy the tickets, web tickets.
Ah, okay. Well, they're going to be sold out if they have anything to do with it. Kurt and Dave, we can't wait to see you in action. Make sure you get your tickets. Suidoosterfees is where it's all going down.
Go Bull. Please, if you can, sit front row with a big, giant red sweater on so Dave can see you and make a beeline. We love the fact that we get to connect with you over probably one of the most important conversations we can have at any time of the year, but this day, importantly. What does freedom look like and feel like to you? What does living freely in South Africa look like for you right now? We asked you guys to weigh in, and you've jumped on it. Dwayne Clarkson saying, happy Freedom Day for me. Living freely in South Africa right now means having the opportunity to grow, hustle, and build a better future no matter where you come from. It's the freedom to speak your mind, chase your dreams, still find joy in the small things like family, music, and a good braai with friends. I like the picture you are painting, Mr. Clarkson. I love that. Linda Tolo saying, good morning, Expresso Show family. Right back at you, Linda. It means deciding what you want in life, and when you fail, you try again. Today is my little sister's birthday. Her name is Malebo Tolo. Happy Freedom Day. Happy birthday, Malebo. We love you. You've got an amazing sister. Foster Green saying, parents give freedom to children. They only do that when children are old enough to understand what is wrong and what is right. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. It's interesting. People are broaching this from so many different angles this morning, so think critically for yourself. What does freedom and living freely in South Africa feel like to you today? We'll see you in a mo.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for choosing to start your Freedom Day celebrations with us today. Hopefully it's been a beautiful day, but I'm going to get into a slightly different lane now, something I've had a huge amount of experience with my silly life. Pain has a way of showing up when it's least convenient. And we've all been there in one way, shape or form. When you wake up with a pounding headache, it can set the tone. Maybe that nagging toothache starts creeping in just before a busy day, or when you're needing to peak in your busy day. It's knowing how to manage that pain quickly and effectively that can make all of the difference. And our absolute favorite, and I'm sorry to all the other pharmacists out there, Ian, you especially, Jackie Myman is here to guide us through smart pain management. Jackie, we love you. Thank you so much for being here on your day off. We know pharmacists never take a day off because you've got to constantly be learning. And
Yes.
we're living in a golden age, I think,
Yes.
where we are learning so much more about how our body works. But there is a kind of pain that just equalizes everything. What is happening in our bodies when we get the headache, when we get the toothache? I'm not talking about chronic pain associated to conditions, but those pains that hit every day. What is happening in our body?
So, Graham, yes, and morning. Happy Freedom Day.
Thank you.
So, pain, I think we can all agree that pain is an unpleasant, often inconvenient. It's a sensory and emotional signal. And it's your body telling you that there's something going wrong, either potential damage or actual damage.
It's a warning sign.
It is. It's an alarm system. That's exactly what it is. And something that it's there, and it can be very acute to tell you need to do something.
And what should we do? What do you find? Because you must get this so often throughout your life.
Yeah.
This must have been one of your battlegrounds. What is that first step we should do? Once that pain kicks in, where do we go?
All right. So as I say, it's a signal. It's a warning system. So it can signal infection, inflammation, or tissue damage, like you put your hand on a hot stove. So immediately, what you do is try and identify the cause, Graham. You know, if it is a toothache, you know, maybe it's time to go and see your dentist and have a look to see if there's an infection there. But very often, you can't identify the cause. And then your first port of call is go to your pharmacy and get a good, effective analgesic or painkiller.
And it makes all the difference. It's amazing. You can have the biggest day ever, and often these things seem to land when you least need them. Everything else becomes secondary. And I think with a headache especially, or even if it's related to teeth, the ear, nose, throat kind of connection, it's very nervy. And I'm so glad you said emotional. Because it is. There is an emotional and a physical pain component when you go through this. What should we talk to our pharmacist about to empower them when we connect?
So I think so important. The more information you give the pharmacist, the better the treatment that they can give to you. So yes, tell them what sort of pain it is. When does it happen? Does it happen often? Where is it? And what have you used before that has worked? Very important as well is, are you on other medication? Okay, important, because if you're on blood thinners, you must be careful of things like aspirin or anti-inflammatories.
Absolutely what your pharmacist needs to know.
And once you've given them that whole medical history, then we can identify what is going to be the best pain relief for you. Because important, acute pain, if not dealt with properly, can develop into chronic pain.
I was going to ask, because with this being a warning sign, what could that danger be if we don't respond? Because we love being machines. Especially around this time of the year, it's all about the bottom line and getting back to the grind in between the public holidays. We treat ourselves as a distant second priority. What could potentially happen if we ignore these signs?
So very often a sudden headache can just simply be that you're a bit dehydrated and you need a good glass of water. But recurrent headaches, you need to go and check your blood pressure. Is it hypertension?
It could be a muscular issue.
Absolutely. So I think, you know, if it's something that happens once in a while, maybe when you're under intense stress, I'd say don't worry. Whatever painkiller your pharmacist has recommended, take your painkiller, it works, move on with your life. Pain shouldn't interfere with your life, but when it's recurrent, it's a warning. Go and have it checked out.
Yeah, and all those waking up and having their cup of cement for breakfast this morning, just pushing through it. As someone who's validated my life with pain for so long, it doesn't have to be that way. There are answers there. And it's all right to go and describing, I'm sore here, and it kind of feels a bit like that. Pharmacists understand. They get it, okay? We can be vague. But that's why you are detail-orientated.
Yes.
How do we get help? What is that answer for this kind of lane in pain?
All right. So The good news is there are quite a few options available to you over the counter. Okay, so there's paracetamol, there's a whole lot of different anti-inflammatories, there's aspirin, there's codeine, and they're also available as combination painkillers. So once the pharmacist has identified what medication you're on, what illnesses you may or may not have, what you're allergic to, we can recommend a fast, effective painkiller that you can keep in your medicine cabinet. I even keep a couple in my handbag because I travel a lot. And then you know what to use when that pain suddenly hits.
And I mean, this is both a good and a bad thing to consider, but something even like paracetamol, we kind of think of it as the softest, weakest of. You can die of an overdose from paracetamol. So your pharmacist needs to know what medication you're on, but it speaks to the efficacy of these medications. Because they're over the counter doesn't mean that they are less effective. They are very effective when used in the right way, but again, speak to your pharmacist.
Absolutely, and I think important, Graham, is once you've been given a medication, take it as directed.
Oh, yes.
You know, I've got so many people who go like, if 2 is good, 4 must be better. But paracetamol in overdose is actually very toxic to your liver. So stick to the instructions.
And get more advice on how you can look after your liver and look after your gut. And we're going to do that in just a moment as well. But I love the fact that, yes, for this pain, I'm going to call it the pain lane, pain doesn't wait, but we can respond. Neither should we wait when it comes to relief. It's all about being prepared and being proactive so that we can keep our day moving without interruption.
Trapper, yeah. Because Go-Go knows best, now you know our name.
Now, this April, it's all about enjoying the freedom to live your day your way. But sometimes a headache, a toothache, even at the start of your day can just change things. A cold can show up at the worst possible time. Often it does. And that's when Gogo knows best. She keeps Tripark close. It's a triple relief pain powder for headaches, for toothaches, colds, and flu symptoms as well. And it's ready to work in just 8 seconds so that your day doesn't have to miss a beat, and neither do you. From early mornings to everything in between, Tripark has you covered when pain hits. So ask for Tripark, the name that Gogo knows and trusts, available at retailers and pharmacists nationwide.
Trapper, yeah. Because Gogo knows best, now you know our name.
Oh, just like that, we're back in the kitchen. Earlier on, we had a taste of home. In fact, we made some tomato bredie. And now we're going to make a really delicious, fragrant chicken curry. I say we because I've got the best of guests with me. Standing over here, we still...
I must touch your boots.
We're going to try to get through this recipe without crying with laughter. But right now, of course, we're continuing the Freedom Day celebrations in the kitchen. Our freedom is reflected in the beautiful melting pot of our cuisine within our cultures that we have. And today we're honoring one of South Africa's most loved meals. It is the chicken curry, a classic. It is fragrant, golden, and a delicious dish that belongs in every single South African home. And I'm hoping that you guys are used to being in the kitchen.
So you're very good at it. You used words like the melting pot.
The melting pot.
I was so impressed. Here we are. What are we doing here?
You
I'm
are melting some
left-handed.
onions.
Don't adjust your TV. I'm actually left-handed. So
Are you
it's
really?
completely normal.
That did look a little bit different for a second.
And also, it's a public holiday. It's a bit cold. I think a curry is a good idea. Well done.
I would agree. So you guys don't usually cook. So should I not be trusting you?
I'm a bachelor, so I do and I cook for my son. And I taught him to cook.
Okay.
So
what's your go-to dish?
Omelets.
Toast. Eggs, once you get eggs right, I feel like you can take on any cuisine, right?
Correct. What have we got here?
That is a cheap cop-out.
What is the real
that's
word?
what they say.
What's the word for onions? For chefing?
Eier.
No man, are we talking Afrikaans? Ons roer die
Ons
eier
oefen so 'n bietjie ons Afrikaans.
clockwise.
Clockwise. Met jou linkerhand.
What is it?
Caramonk or cardamoms.
Cardamom?
Yeah, and then some cinnamon, which is...
Put them in.
Cinnamon.
What is cinnamon in Afrikaans?
It's when a word sounds the same.
Is it cinnamon?
Yeah, that's when a word sounds the same.
When the words sound the same, it's a synonym.
Synonym.
You guys are too quick for me. I can't. Bay leaves are going in.
Yeah, Martin bay leaves.
And then we...
And then gooi the spices. What is it?
Can you guess? Can you smell?
Wait, something's wrong here.
No, it's
Okay,
perfect.
this is turmeric.
Yes.
And cinnamon.
It's curry.
Yeah, that's
Curry.
pretty
Can
much.
I put it in?
It's
Goes in
roasted masala. Throw that in.
Put it in.
We also call turmeric bori in some parts. And then we stir that together so that the spices can, get to know each other.
Buried the whole thing here.
No,
It's starting to smell bory.
After we're going to have to bury this 6 feet deep.
And then we've got some salt and sugar.
Salt and sugar.
And sugar.
And gooi.
All of it.
Not even a pinch. It's
don't
quite a
have
whole.
time. We
No,
were
because
too well
this is
behaved on the
the
couch.
chicken,
Measured.
the chicken and the potatoes.
What's my name? Say my name.
It's a very stubborn sugar.
What's my name?
Beyonce, say my name, say my name.
You will call me chef.
Sorry, chef. Okay.
And then we've also got a shot first thing in the morning. This one's for Kurt.
Thank you. Oh, is that because
Cheers.
it's a holiday?
This is for the pod. This is for
Happy
Kurt.
Freedom Day.
You're having a shot.
And then we've got the
You're banished.
That is vinegar.
Oh, is it? Sorry, they told me something else.
It's chef school. It's called behave.
That's vinegar.
Oh, sorry.
You know what's important?
I've never had a vinegar in a shot before, but it's worse than tequila.
Is it worse?
Oh, horrible.
What did we put in this thing?
Sorry,
I think I must have taken something that needed to go in there.
Oh, my bad. I think I swapped those around. My bad.
What was this?
That
Garlic
was
and ginger.
garlic and ginger.
Okay, cool.
And as you stir, Chef Dave, sorry, my bad, you've got to put in some water, or you can be the
My mom used to stir like this.
Okay.
Because I know where you park your car. I'm just saying.
Put.
How much?
It's very
All of
early.
it. All of
No,
it.
just some of it.
Just dribble it.
Dribble it.
That's nice. Now we
And
dribble
then we've
more.
got to cut our chili. I've heard that you
Graham,
guys
come smell
like
this.
spicy food. You can smell it
you
from
go.
there.
Oh, that's good.
Come
spicy
smell
food.
what Rock is cooking.
I can't believe we did that.
I
And
did
then
most
you
of it.
throw in the
Yeah,
chili.
listen.
Whoa, lady.
Hey, that's a lot of chili
Was
there.
that a lot of
You're not going to have
chili?
Freedom Day. You're going to be on the toilet.
No.
And
It's supposed to warm you up. It's winter.
Yeah, well, let's see.
And then last but not least, we've of course got our protein and our carbs in our chicken and our potatoes.
You just throw it in.
You hoy it in.
Okay.
Drumsticks.
What's your favorite part of the chicken, Kurt?
It must be the thigh.
You like the thighs?
I'm a thigh kind of guy.
You're a thigh kind of guy. Dave,
we're
how
talking
about
about
you?
chicken.
No,
What's your favorite part of the chicken? That's also the best question I've ever been asked on
What's
television.
your favorite part of the
Well, I
chicken?
like the face.
You know what? Very underrated.
Yeah,
Nobody usually
no one
goes for the
cares.
face.
And that's very rare as well. You can't, it's like hen's teeth.
Jeez.
See what I did there?
Hen's teeth with a face.
And you know what you
Can
do
I
on
put these
cooking
in there as
shows?
well, or-
Do chicken have teeth?
No, they're very rare.
Apparently they have potatoes as well.
Yeah.
Yes, you can throw it in. Go ahead.
Already? Okay.
You know what, with cooking shows, they always say this. And here's one I prepared earlier. And then you just take a book out of the
The pasta dish we've been creating. No. Then we've got the delicious dish over here. It comes together in about 20 to 30 minutes, depending if you like your chicken medium rare or well done.
I'm
And
liking this one.
you get to eat it like that.
I was going to look like that.
Exactly. Would you like to taste it?
I would, but I think you're going to be very disappointed. Ours won't look like that.
No, give it some time. Perfection takes time.
Who does the
Kurt.
rotis?
That one was definitely from the store. But do you know how to make rotis from scratch,
I
Mr.
do.
Bachelor? You do?
The best part of the roti is the face.
And I have to deal with that all the time. So,
Or put him on mute on Zoom, then you don't even have to hear him at all. I gotta ask you guys, we've laughed a lot, but it is Freedom Day.
Yes.
What does Freedom Day mean to you?
it means you don't have to go to work.
It does mean that.
Yeah, no, I'm just on a serious note. Though. It's celebrating what our country's been through, and freedom. I mean, we forget sometimes the simple thing, like the freedom we experience all the time.
Yep.
Just a few years ago, and I remember it, we weren't that free. So celebrate freedom, people.
30 years ago was literally just
It's
now.
the day that we all voted for the first time for democracy. And I remember there was a pregnant woman in front of us, and the guy said, "You can go to the front of the queue."
Right.
And I was standing there, and I said to her, she must call her son Voter.
Voter?
Tell me she did, because that would be amazing. Do you stay in touch?
She doesn't phone me anymore, that lady. It's maintenance issues. All
What did you do?
She's my ex-wife. She's my ex-wife.
I love to see it, and we're so
I hardly
glad.
ever see our little Voter, eh? And wonder what he's doing now.
What is he up to? Folks, if you're watching right now, your dad loves you, man. 30 years plus into democracy, and we are still enjoying the freedoms. And of course, there's a long way to go, but we've made some strides. And in the kitchen, guys,
You
you've
gave me
definitely
permission
made...
to pour 7 liters of water in my dish.
Yeah, because it needs to cook away.
And it does. It needs to simmer there for a
Did
while.
you,
And
did
it's
you
starting
just,
to look-
needs to
did you
turn
just tell us to
brown.
leave? Why did you two just cook away?
Is it good to have the roti inside all of that? That you keep separate.
You can dab the juices.
All right.
Guys, we've done a good job here.
The Cooking Man. Listen, expressoshow.com is where you find it. And of course, you can scan that QR code. The cooking is almost done today. We're going to see how this fares to this in just a little bit as we prepare for Freddy L to come on through on the other side of this break. Gents, you deserve a taste. So we'll see you now, and they'll rate it out of 10.
Can we win?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is indeed your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and thanks for joining us this morning. Right now, the entertainment box definitely needs to be ticked with Freddy L, who's back in the studio. An alternative three-piece blending Indian influences, or indie influences rather, with heartfelt local storytelling. And what started as Ntuko's Freddy Lalen's solo project has grown into a full band, quickly gaining momentum with a debut single called Hold On. And that's got a focus on connection, expression, and proudly South African roots. Now, they've been carving out a sound that really resonates far beyond their home, especially with their latest project called Roadside Assistance. So let's check out their talent before we get to know the gents once again.
Sitting with empty pages, the city swallowed me whole. Who's gonna take on my load? Caught in my line of fire. Oh, what a great desire. It's a head and heart collision. Seeking for roadside assistance. Oh my, oh my life. Seems I was the carrier.
I mean, we love them. What else is there to say? So please let us welcome the gents once again. We've got Ntuko here, Reese, as well as Niklaus back on our couch. Let's give them a feel good welcome, everybody. Guys, welcome back.
Thank you.
But you're keeping the gaps too big in between coming and then not coming. But are you in the studio cooking up something cool? Is that what's going down?
Yeah, we just finished the album, our debut album, Roadside Assistance.
Come on.
So yeah, we're still enjoying that.
Wait, what was that feeling like when it's a wrap, we're done, we've all on the same page about this is ready to go out?
Oh, it was quite daunting a little bit,
I can
to be honest,
imagine.
because it took quite a bit of years to get the project done.
Yeah.
And I remember after we launched it, I think I couldn't get over the feeling for a whole week, having to sleep and be like, cool, I don't have to go to the studio today.
Also, isn't there a little bit of anxiety because now it's out with people, right? Something that you guys have been secretly putting together and now the people can interpret it as they will. How did that feel?
Yeah, you always start with an original intention.
Yeah.
And like you say, once it's out there, it's up to everyone's interpretation and it becomes a whole different monster. So that's why we're giving it time to breathe now.
Of
and not
course.
follow up something too close to it.
Yeah, you gotta. When it comes to music, please let it breathe. I remember there was a time, was it Drake, who just released album after I said, guys, I haven't even got to track 2 yet. Can you let it chill? Let's digest it, exactly. But I love the fact that you've blended together so many different genres, sounds, and feelings in your music, especially keeping it still South African, you know what I'm saying, with that indie influence. So what does the fusion actually mean in practice? What's the creative process? Do you come with all your bands that you've been listening to, the different sounds? How does that come together?
So normally, well, first of all, our music taste is very different to each other. But normally the process in studio is I start with a guitar riff, Klaus kind of follows, he like listens, he's like, oh, I think that could be cool.
Yeah.
We kind of just mash some ideas around, and then Freddy comes in later and puts his magic over it. So.
Of course.
Yeah, we call it sprinkling his soul on the side.
Sprinkling his what?
His soul.
I love that. I saw you guys perform live at, where was it? Like a Radisson Red, some event that had happened there. Winter Playlist.
That was amazing. Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect because the whole, I think Boucher G was also on the line. Like it was just
Shout
an
out.
interesting mix of music. And I sat there in awe going, huh? So, Freddy, when it comes to the background of music you listen to versus what you do, how does that come together?
I actually listen to a very vast variety, if that makes sense. I mainly grew up on jazz, like African jazz. And then when I was a teenager, I started listening to like rock.
Yeah.
And alternative stuff and contemporary stuff. Yeah, R&B. And I think when it comes to
the sound,
I have to tap into all of those depending on how I'm feeling on the day.
And it comes alive. I'm telling you, Mzansi, you got to prepare yourself. If you haven't experienced Freddy L before, it's going to be a journey. Roadside assistance, can we get into that for a second? Gaining a lot of traction right now. What was the moment leading up to and then the release of it? And what are your hopes for the project?
Do you want to take a class?
Yeah, I mean, I think our hope in the end is that it reaches the most people as possible, especially South Africans. We're a very patriotic group of guys, fortunately. It's just a case of it resonating with as many people as possible, I think.
Oh, beautiful. Do you guys have a favorite song that you've created?
All of our answers are going to be different.
I love that. Give me all of your
I think
answers.
we can agree on one, I think.
Yes.
I think the one is called Ride the Weather.
Yeah.
That just tells the story about our friendship and how we kind of formed the band and struggled together, which is
Beautiful.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, the bromance. It's alive and well. Ew, feelings. What are those? But I love the fact that on this Freedom Day too, that your music brings so many different backgrounds together. The focus is on connection at the end of the day and expression and escape, which we want to celebrate. So can you share a specific moment where you saw your music impact somebody or a crowd in that particular way?
This one is quite heavy.
Yeah.
I got a text from a friend of mine and his partner is struggling with a really serious disease. And Hold On is a song that they listen to in the house repetitively, and it was actually quite moving, and because it's about holding on to life and
And encourage them probably to just keep on going.
Yeah.
Guys, I mean, that is what music's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know you sometimes create in silos, but when you put it out there, people go, that was for me. Like you wrote that song specifically for me, you know?
Sometimes it dies with you, like, whatever. And then you when you get to meet people that they hear it for the first time or they've been listening to it, and the story behind it just changes.
Oh, it's beautiful. And we'll get to experience that today as well. Guys, you're performing soon in Cape Town. Tell me a bit more about this.
Well, the next show is coming up on the 17th of May, I think, at Cafe Roo in Noordhoek, which is the first one for us. It's quite a staple venue in Cape Town, and we're really excited to get that one.
Oh my gosh, well, get your tickets. All these details will, of course, be on our Expresso social media pages, so please make sure that you go ahead and check it out. Freddy L, they're standing by. We're going to get into official duties now, but they are going to come through with the performance in the next hour.
Well, thank you for giving us that window into our Freedom Day celebrations and what that means. Let's see where the country stands. Happy Freedom Day, South Africa. Let's get into our final news bulletin of the day. Of course, there is a flip side to that coin. And here in South Africa, women farm workers in the Western Cape say Freedom Day highlights persistent inequality rather than progress. Marching to Parliament, they raised concerns over evictions, landlessness and insecure tenure. And many, despite generations of labour on farms, face losing their homes due to employment-linked housing. Now, advocacy groups say women remain especially vulnerable due to seasonal work and dependency. We know this in South Africa. The group is calling for urgent land reform and redistribution, arguing constitutional promises remaining unmet. And we stay here in the country where Communications Minister Solly Malatsi has withdrawn South Africa's draft National Artificial Intelligence Policy after discovering fictitious sources in its references. So an internal review found likely AI-generated citations were included without proper verification, raising serious credibility concerns. And we've seen this in countries across the world as they have made the digital migration. Malatsi described the lapse as unacceptable and confirmed consequences for those responsible. And he stressed the incident, if anything, underscores the need for strict human oversight in AI use and assured the public of corrective action. So we'll certainly watch that space. Now we head further afield where strikes across Ukraine, Russian-occupied areas and Russia have killed at least 16 people, authorities said, with heavy losses reported in Dnipro. Now, both sides exchanged drone attacks hitting cities, border regions and key infrastructure yesterday, including an oil refinery inside Russia. Now, claims from both sides could not be independently verified. Meanwhile, the anniversary of the Chernobyl disaster has renewed warnings as officials say ongoing attacks near the nuclear site risk a major safety breach. Now, Tunisian authorities have suspended the Tunisian League for Human Rights for 1 month, prompting concern over a growing crackdown on civil society. So the group condemned the move as arbitrary and vowed legal action. And the decision follows similar restrictions on NGOs and coincides with arrests that are targeting journalists and critics, all major warning signs. Observers are warning of increasing pressure on independent voices under the current president, Kais Saied, who has cited foreign funding as a threat. Now, rights advocates say freedoms of expression and association are increasingly under strain at the moment. Now, finally, let's step into Tinseltown as Anne Hathaway has found her new gear, it seems, earning praise for her gripping role in Mother Mary, where she portrays a pop star staging an emotional comeback. Now, after months of intense training, she delivers what people are describing as a raw, music-free dance sequence that captures both vulnerability and a huge amount of strength. The performance reflects deep artistic commitment, blending movement and emotion in a striking cinematic moment. Now, Hathaway also has noted that she drew inspiration from actress Jessica Chastain, whose stage performance in A Doll's House motivated her to push her own creative limits a little further. The result is a bold, moving portrayal that celebrates dedication, courage, the power of artistic influence across performers, and quite a message to be sending in Hollywood right now, I think. Well, you can sit with that as we broach the weekend's sporting action. It all begins and ends with the Soweto Derby in South Africa, so let's start with that on your Freedom Day. Orlando Pirates fought back to earn a hard-earned 1-1 draw against Kaizer Chiefs in the 185th edition of the Soweto Derby at the FNB Stadium. So the result now keeps Pirates top of the table, while Chiefs do stay third as they continue what has been a great push for continental qualification and a strong finish to the season. And of course, Sundowns still do have that one game in hand. Now, we can stay in the footballing lane, but it's more cup action now as Enzo Fernandez scored the decisive goal as Chelsea beat Leeds United 1-0 at Wembley to reach the FA Cup final. Now, embattled at the moment in their first game after Liam Rosenoir's exit, Chelsea showed the kind of spark they needed, booking a showdown with Manchester City for that final. And of course, City overcome Southampton to book their spot. Now we can get into the tale of the tape in rugby as the Stormers, Lions and Bulls all looked good, securing crucial wins in the United Rugby Championship, boosting their playoff hopes critically. The Stormers, they stormed back to first place after a massive win over the Glasgow Warriors, while sadly the Sharks, they suffered heartbreak in what could have been Sia's final appearance in black and white as their playoff hopes were officially ended. Please look up Andre Esterhazen right now to see his feats on the field. Now let's finally get back onto two wheels as Alex Marquez this time claimed back-to-back victories at the Spanish Grand Prix after his brother Marc Marquez crashed out on just lap 2. So Marco Bezzecchi, he finished second, while Fabio Di Gianantonio, he completed the podium in a dramatic race at Jerez. Spain has been giving us amazing sport recently for the tennis, for the bikes. Thank you, but that's where we leave our sport on your Freedom Day this morning. Let's get into the weather one last time.
Well, let's check in with your weather as, of course, the roads are clear. It is a public holiday today, so let's see how we can prepare you when it comes to the weather. Out in Polokwane, your Monday moves in with mostly sunny skies and gentle southwesterly winds. Now your temperatures start at just 16 degrees and that rises to a hot 30 degrees. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy with temperatures ranging from a low of 15 to a high of 28. From Polokwane, let's see what Klerksdorp is looking like on this Monday morning. You can prepare for a mostly sunny day today with moderate wind from the west. Now your temperatures begin at a low of 7 degrees and peaks at 23 as your high. Now it's mostly sunny and humid conditions that will continue until Wednesday, with Thursday forecasts at a chance of rain at 45%. And out in Pretoria today, you can expect mostly sunny skies throughout your day today. Temperatures do range from a cool 13 to a warmer 26 degrees. Now going into the week, expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the high teens, making it into the mid-20s. Well, let's see what Johannesburg has to offer today. Out in Jersey, you are in for some morning blessings to start your week. Temperatures start at a brisk 8 degrees to a set high of 22. Now looking ahead, expect mostly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid to high teens. And then we move on to Mbombela, where your Monday kicks off with bright and sunny skies. Temperatures climb from a low 16 to a nice hot 31 degrees. Now for the next 2 days, it will be cloudy and humid with rain chanced at 25% and temperatures remaining in the high teens. Well, from Mbombela, let's move into the beautiful Bloemfontein now, where you're in for a partly cloudy day with some afternoon showers to accompany that. Temperatures rise from a very cold 3 degrees, but it does rise to 17 as your high. Now, mostly cloudy skies dominate the coming days with rain chance at a 50% chance come Wednesday. Moving into Richards Bay next, where your day brings you a mostly sunny day with rain forecast at 35 degrees. Taking a look at your temps now, while it ranges from 17 to a warmer 27 with strong southwesterly winds. And then looking ahead, expect temperatures in the low to high 20s with the lowest being 16 degrees. Out in South Africa's playground, Durban, it's your chance to stand up. You'll begin your Monday with sunny skies and strong southerly winds. Your temperatures begin at a low of 16 and climbs to 24 as your high. And expect tomorrow's temperatures ranging between 14 and 22 degrees, clear of any rain. We move to Mthatha next, where you're in for a mostly sunny day ahead with moderate southwesterly winds. Temperatures rise from a reserved 7 to a more pleasant 20 degrees. And over the coming days, temperatures range in the high teens, clear of rain up until Thursday. We head into Nxuba next, otherwise known as Cradock. Part of your day brings you afternoon thunderstorms with gentle southwesterly winds. Now your temperatures do move from a freezing 2 degrees and warms up to 16 as the day develops. Looking into the coming days, expect mostly cloudy skies with Thursday forecasts with rain chanced at 65%. And then into Kugompo City we go, formerly East London. Expect partly cloudy conditions with firm southwesterly winds, and that's sitting at 39 kilometers per hour. Now your temperatures range between 13 and 21, and looking ahead, tomorrow brings you strong winds with temperatures ranging between 12 and 19. In Ebeja, your day brings you scattered thunderstorms with blustering winds at 42 kilometers per hour. Your temperatures sit between 11 and 17 degrees. And the days ahead, expect mostly cloudy conditions with tomorrow chanced for rain at 75%. And then in the gorgeous George, your Monday brings you some afternoon showers at 25%. Now your temperatures do rise from a chilly 9 to a warmer 14 degrees. And as we look at the week ahead, you are in for a partly cloudy week with temperatures in the mid-teens into the lower 20s. Getting into Cape Town now, your day brings you partly cloudy skies with some rain here and there. Now having a look at your temperatures, it ranges from a chilly 10 to a high of just 16 degrees. In the coming days, do anticipate partly cloudy skies, clear of rain until Friday rolls around, and we're expecting a wet weekend once again. And then out in Sutherland, expect a sunny day ahead with subtle southwesterly winds at 19 kilometers per hour. You do have a very cold start to the day. -2 is how you begin. When it comes to your temperatures, it rises to a brisk 8 degrees. You do have a cold day ahead. And looking ahead, tomorrow's temperatures range between a -1 degrees and a high of 12, so do brace yourselves. And then out in Kimberley, a partly cloudy day is what you're in for. Your temperatures glide from a cold 3 degrees and peak at 17. And as we look at the week ahead, expect temperatures in the mid to high teens with rain forecast at 55% come Wednesday. And then finally, in Uppington, you can expect intervals of sunny and cloudy conditions throughout your day today. Temperatures start at a cold 4 and climb to 18 as your high. And the days ahead bring you cloudy conditions with rain averaging around 45% across the next few days. And that is your final weather report for today. We hope that you feel prepared for the next couple of days, as well as this beautiful Freedom Day. And we need to get into our beautiful final sunrise view of the hour. But before we reveal that, here's how this morning unfolded between 6 and 7 o'clock. Beautiful images, I will tell you. We started off with Joey out in Mhlanga in KZN with a gentle sunrise breaking through some scattered clouds in the distance, easing the day into motion. Thank you, Joey, for that one, representing your side so well. But sticking in KZN, heading to Shakaskraal next, we heard from Keshve, who snapped a striking display of textured clouds set alight in shades of absolute gold, creating a bold and dramatic start to your day. Beautiful images out in KZN. Where are we heading to next? And it's KZN once again, because if we're being honest, it is one of the best provinces ever. Happy Freedom Day, she says, coming from our fancy Nancy out in Pennington. Thank you so much, Nancy, for photographing a beautiful, beautiful, stunning morning view. And of course, commemorating Freedom Day, the 27th of April. Really excited to have all of your company here with us this morning. And thank you for making us smile, fancy Nancy. We do appreciate you. For now, though, the final hour of the show beckons, so let's get straight into it.
Please can we ask Fancy Nancy and all of our regular amazing contributors to send us a photo of yourself so we can visualize what you look like as well. Thank you so much, a beautiful view. Let's see if we can improve that view in your life just a little bit. You can double your winning chances today if you play your daily lotto. There is an estimated 350,000 sitting in the jackpot. And the second opportunity, your new daily lotto plus, there is an added estimated 100,000 rand sitting in the jackpot this Monday. So please don't delay. Get your tickets in store. Go online right now, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app. It is super simple, and we'll keep reminding you on the Expresso social, so you've got no excuses. Go and check them out and get yourself in the running to win by playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 350,000 rand and Daily Lotto Plus an estimated 100,000 rand in the jackpot today. Now, I can't think of any better way than celebrating Freedom Day than with young South Africans just teaching us how to be free, awesome, and too cool for school. That's why we have a public holiday today. Freddy L ain't going nowhere. They are here to perform for you. It's going to feel amazing. And then the brilliant Sanya van Wyk from Pharma Dynamics is going to help us break that cycle of stress. Does that not sound amazing? We'll see you for that after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, stress. It's always all around us in TV land, certainly, but I think it's something that affects all of us in some measure. In fact, the World Health Organization has called it the health epidemic of the 21st century. Let that sink in. The good news is there are natural ways to help the body cope. And joining us today to unpack some of these options, Sanja van Wyk from the amazing Pharma Dynamics team. This has got to be one of those cool spaces to work in, because sometimes when talking about medical stuff, maybe we don't know a huge amount ourselves and it feels like, okay, that's being experienced by someone else. It's chronic. Not with stress, baby. Everyone experiences stress in some measure. When does it become a problem? When do you guys start to get nervous and excited about tackling the problem?
Graham, that's an important question, because stress in the short term is important. It helps to sharpen your mind, to react in the moment, to respond to challenges. But when it becomes ongoing, it starts to feel overwhelming and it burdens your reserves to cope. And that is when the warning signs show up. Fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, problems sleeping, even lowered immunity. So for some people, it may look like snapping at your children after a long day, or lying awake 2 a.m. in the morning just replaying the to-do list. But, you know, Graham, the important message is stress needs to be addressed, because it goes far beyond just how you feel day to day. Chronic stress can set the stage for more serious future health issues.
How do we become more resilient? How do we start with a better, stronger baseline?
We need to focus on stress management strategies, but also how we can support the body to adapt to stress and build resilience. And this is where nature gives us a hand. Adaptogens are natural substances. It's usually from plant extracts or herbs, and it helps the body adapt to stress. So they don't take stress away. It just supports the stress response, helping to balance mood, energy, and resilience. So you can think of adaptogens like a thermostat. They help bring the body back into balance, whether stress are too high or too low. Adaptogens have been used for centuries across different cultures, and science continues to confirm its benefits today.
I think it probably predates history. I would imagine, and I always think of plants as my medicine because that's what my body tells me I need. And it's a beautiful thing that when we see this reflected in the space that you guys occupy so much of, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. There is one name that keeps popping up here, Rhodiola rosea. When we talk about adaptogens, this seems to be sitting on a very special list. What sets it apart?
Graham, Rhodiola rosea extract has been used in traditional herbal medicine to help support cognitive functioning, mental focus, and stamina. It also helps to increase energy. And then it helps to support the stress response, to temporarily relieve symptoms of stress, and to support the body to build resistance.
I love that, because stress is kind of a snake eating its own tail. So often it becomes the problem that you're stressing about, and therein lies this massive, massive challenge. I suppose consistency, again, becomes key. If I want to plug into the rhodiola magic every day, how do I introduce the magic of something like rhodiola daily to make sure that I have that consistent baseline?
Graham, Rhodiola rosea extract is the key ingredient in Neurovance. It's from the Pharma Dynamics M&I product range, and it contains a blend of plant-derived ingredients to support healthy brain function, to improve focus, and also to promote calmness throughout the day. So in the Neurovance range, there's Neurovance tablets for adults and Neurovance Kids syrup for children from 8 years old.
Oh, I'm not going to let Sanja go anywhere now. I am loving this conversation. We are picking up so many tools for ourselves, and I think we often feel like we're a victim of our stress. We can do something about it. Managing stress isn't about eliminating it. It is about building the resilience. And with tools like adaptogens, especially Rhodiola rosea, and it's a heavy hitter alongside some simple lifestyle shifts, we can take control of our well-being. And when we return, Sanja is going to cover another major factor in stress reduction. And I think all of us need to plug into this, especially in Breakfast TV land, healthy sleep.
What a great conversation. Now we get into part 2 of that with Sanja and Gray in just a little bit. But now let's take a well-deserved break, because Freddy L is in the building. And they're going to take to the stage right now to perform a song called Here to Stay. Tell me a bit more about it.
So after we finished the project, obviously, it felt like we were done, but it's actually a start for us because it's our debut album.
That's good.
Yeah, so we're here to stay.
It's the beginning of the end and the end of the beginning. I love it. There's more to come when it comes to Freddy L. For now, though, we get into the first song right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Take it away, gents.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now, I don't want this to be a mood killer, but I think we can all relate. Many of us know that feeling. You've had a stressful day, and when it's finally time to go to sleep, you can't. Your mind just won't switch off. Sorry, I'm stressing you out just saying this, I know. Stress and sleep, though, they are very clearly connected. And when one is out of balance, it's probably a strong chance that the other soon follows. This Stress Awareness Month, and I'm so glad we are focusing on this, we are taking a closer look at the important relationship between stress and sleep. And joining us again is Sanya van Wyk from the incredible Pharma Dynamics to unpack how stress can affect us in very dramatic ways, and we need to restore. I love the sound of restorative healing because sleep is something we obviously lack in TV land, in breakfast TV space, but we often don't correlate stress and lack of sleep. Why is that such a powerful connection?
When we experience stress, the body releases stress hormones like cortisol, and that activates the fight or flight response, putting your brain and your body in a state of hyper-alertness. And while that is useful during the day when we need to respond to challenges...
When we need to fight or flight,
yes,
yeah.
it can make it very difficult to switch off at night. So when you go to bed with an overactive mind, racing thoughts, it can delay falling asleep. But even if you manage to fall asleep, raised cortisol levels can cause frequent nighttime awakenings and lighter sleep, and that prevents you from reaching the deeper stages of restorative sleep that is so important for physical recovery, cognitive functioning, as well as emotional balance.
Oh, yeah, for us, and we're an emotional space first thing in the morning, so we feel that amazingly. As a practical element of putting this show together, we have to manage how tired we are. And it's quite a crazy thing because a lot of people don't really make it a real thing in their world until it's too late. Now, we've got watchers that tell us how bad our sleep is. They can't tell us what's going to happen to us the next day. What is that knock-on effect if you don't get a good night's sleep?
So while stress can prevent you from getting a good night's rest, a lack of sleep also amplifies the stress response, making you even more susceptible for stress the next day. So cognitively, it impairs attention, memory, decision-making, and if you can't perform your daily tasks effectively, it can create even more stress. Emotionally and mentally, a lack of sleep affects your emotional regulation, leaving you more irritable, more reactive, and less resilient. Sleep deprivation not only affects or impairs cognitive functioning and emotional balance, it also increases the production of stress hormones like cortisol, and that just creates a cycle where stress and a lack of sleep feed into each other.
Oh, the snake eating its own tail again. So I know we brought a lot of dark imagery here, but it's worth taking on board because if you let this build up for too long, it can become something massive. And I think that's why we often call stress the silent killer in many senses because of the knock-on effects.
Yeah.
Once again, it feels like we want to be proactive. It might not be a big thing, but rather small things that we can do every day, just to take a bit of that pressure off ourselves. So how do we regulate? How do we bring the balance back?
So the key is to address both stress management and support healthy sleeping habits. Okay. So during the day, the focus is on stress management, and you can do that through balanced nutrition, regular physical activities, and also taking time to unwind. And then towards the evening, you should shift your focus to preparing your body for sleep. And a very good starting point is to keep a consistent bedtime, to limit screen time before bed, and also, creating that calm evening routine. But you know, Graham, sometimes we just need a little extra support to help our bodies transition into that restful state. And Pharma Dynamics M&I product range offers Sleep Vans. Sleep Vans contains a blend of plant-derived ingredients to support healthy sleeping patterns, to improve sleep quality, and also to alleviate the daytime consequences of sleep deprivation. So in the Sleep Vans range, there's Sleep Vans for adults, and then for children and teens aged 8 to 18 years old, Sleep Vans Kids offers a specialized formulation. It's designed to support healthy sleep for younger users.
Let those circadian rhythms kick in again. And that's the reason why we call them rhythms because they are such a big pattern for our species, because we rely so much on them, not for today, not for tonight, but for tomorrow. Sleep well tonight and own tomorrow. Thank you so much for everything that you do on the daily for us, but I love the fact that we are dipping into nature as powerfully as we are right now, and the fact that you offer support not just for grown-ups, but for kids living hectic, very busy, stressful lives as well. That is massive. Thank you so much. I feel a lot less stressed right now, and hopefully you feel like you've got some control. Stress may be a part of modern life. We can't do anything about that, but small steps consistently can make a big difference to our focus, to our mood, to our sleep. And by supporting our body's stress response and then prioritizing good rest and healthy habits, exercise, we can build the resilience and restore healthier sleep patterns. Oh, that sounds good.
Thank you for that, Gray. Now, last week on Tropica Island Search, we landed out in Vietnam, where Zanele Patalwa, as well as Bobby van Jaarsveld, turned a laid-back start into a full-time chaos moment. And I love to see the whole development of that, from racing each other on kayaks to figuring out those spinning basket boats and getting pulled into night markets that don't slow down. Vietnam just kept them on their toes the entire time.
It's all about balance. It's all about balance. It's an explosion of sensory everything there. But I kind of felt Bobby was undercooked in the season that he was in. Might have been the hashtag Bobby must fall, but I think you could see clearly he wanted to get some of that adventure out of his system, and they loved it. But before we get into the final stop, here's a quick look back at the action in Vietnam. When we say chaos, this is what we mean.
Being in Vietnam has definitely made this decision so difficult with our Tropica Island Search, because, Bobby, you said that this place has your heart, eh?
I love this place.
How's your time in Vietnam been?
It's amazing. This place is truly amazing. It's incredible. It's beyond my expectations.
Our criteria, starting off with travel time.
Well, it's a long flight. I know people are sometimes scared of flying very long distances. I know I am.
Yeah.
But this was all worth it.
And I mean, what also makes it worth it is Wolo Travel receives you so nicely from the long flight. And then on top of it, they take care of everything, from activities to our incredible accommodation. I mean, how incredible was Quinn, our travel guide?
No, she's amazing. She was incredible. She felt like one of us. That's what Lekka means.
What else did you love about Vietnam?
The market, which was incredible. I won't eat fish balls again. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But the rest was amazing.
Bobbilicious on a Sunday. Thank you for being the best travel partner in Vietnam. I couldn't have asked for better.
Thank you so much. It's been a blast. I'll never forget this place. This place stole my heart. Yeah. And yeah, what can I say? May the best island win.
Oh, I like that. Vietnam has shown us buzzing cities, deep-rooted traditions, and breathtaking landscapes. But will it be the next home of Tropica Island of Treasure? The search continues.
I'm conflicted.
Kind of crossing fingers for it.
I didn't realize, because you kind of want the small, isolated little island to feel like you're like the middle of nowhere, Pirates of the Caribbean vibe. But Vietnam is connected, the culture's there. But think of like how many different adventures you could set up, but that is your home base. Get out of town.
The vibrancy speaks for itself. And if that's anything to go by, the search isn't quite done yet, even though we might have our favorites. This week, Zanele, our girl Zan, is joined by Obele Kwezi as they head to Bali for the final stop of the Tropica Island Search. She's living my dream.
This is my dream. The two of them look like they're living their dream. I'm so glad she's getting a bestie of sorts to go with her.
Yes.
She's done well with the gents, and the guys have pushed the boat out with adventure. We get that.
Now it's a girl's trip.
There's no needing to do a TikTok dance wherever she's going. We love you, Chad. We love you, my guy. But now she gets to have a little bit of fun, and they're going to do everything. They crafted coral for a cause. That sounds amazing. And they explored sacred temples. They soaked in the iconic rice field views. Oh, just like that. Look at that, man.
That iconic image. You need it.
Insta-worthy. Bali brings a slower, more grounded side of the search. As I've heard from a lot of people who've been there, the Balinese people that I've met all over the world, often on islands, are just so lovely. There is a similar energy to South Africans and people who live in Bali, from a love, connection.
And warmth
There is
well.
a warmth. That's exactly it.
Oh, I love that. And it wouldn't
got
be
a
the
new
island
favourite.
search without a little bit of everything with swings over the valley, jungle ATV rides,
Get
and of
out.
course time out for the beach moments that they have to have. How else are you going to catch a tan? I mean, come on.
Oh, I'm going to go to Bali so bad. And that's what you can expect at home moments where it slows down just enough before picking up again. Every stop bringing us back to the same very question.
Oh, could this be the next island for Tropica Island of Treasure? Possibly, maybe, we don't even know. So you can go ahead and catch Tropica Island Search tonight at 6 p.m. on S3 and see how it all wraps up in Bali.
And then if you've been thinking about it, this is your last chance to take part in the in-person auditions. They are still open this weekend at Menlyn Park, but the clock is ticking.
Yes.
Come on.
You got to step up. I mean, you have no choice but
Bring
to do it.
yourself.
Bring yourself, bring your energy, bring your fans so people know you're a big deal. And you could find yourself heading to the Mystery Island. We don't know which one it is yet, but any of those would be fantastic. And there's a golden ticket up for grabs, so please do not miss it.
I think you have to do this every day. Head over to @mytropica on social media. There's so much going on. There's some great content, and also you can see some of the auditions. So take a look at what's coming up in Bali just to whet your appetite.
This week, Tropica Island Search lands in Bali. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm with the gorgeous, award-winning sporty spice, Nobile Kwenzi.
I am so excited to explore the luscious green jungles, the crystal blue water, as well as a warm culture second to none.
Join us as we explore this unique paradise and find out if Bali brings the ultimate smooth island energy.
Catch our journey every Monday evening at 6, repeat Tuesday at 2 p.m. on S3. It's going to be smooth.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is indeed your feel-good breakfast show. Now, over the next few days, we're exploring Dove-inspired stories, celebrating confidence and being comfortable in your own skin. But the only way to see how far we have come is, of course, to reflect on the iconic takes on beauty that have gone before us. And today, we're, of course, going to get into those fun memories from the Y2K era that will give you all the nostalgia.
Kind of still feels like we're in the Y2K zone because
made
the
a
twos
comeback.
are still around, but we have dipped so back into that little 90s and
Yeah.
2000s catalogue, the noughties and beyond. We absolutely love it, but it feels like there is a reason why maybe we are wanting to recalibrate.
Yeah, I think
And there
so.
are certain, there's a different energy. Maybe it's coming from Hollywood at the moment. One special moment that sparked our interest was from beauty bombshell and I suppose sensual icon. She was the OG for me, Pamela Anderson. And she was in a podcast in collaboration with Dove, and she said this: it wasn't about being pretty, it was about being brave. In fact, take a little gander for yourself.
Now it's a different kind of pressure. People think, the 90s were so toxic, but I mean, every generation faced beauty challenges and myths and ideals that were impossible. If it was, funny or being seductive or how to be sexy or how to get what you want or how to, manipulate people in our lives using beauty.
I like the reflection that's going on because she thinks very deeply about this, and I think she always knew that she was going to be a figurehead of sorts for the conversation around beauty, and she was so intentional about how she stepped out into the world again for Naked Gun, for the remake of with Liam Neeson, where they both kind of took ownership of their age and the lack of filter. But can you remember anything of that time? Because you would have been quite young, but surely you would have been forming your notion of what a woman and what beauty and what
Back
that
in the
standard
90s.
is.
Yeah.
In the going into the Y2Ks. Is that something that you feel? Because it's a very different world now.
Yeah.
Yet there is almost more focus on the aesthetic now than there ever was.
That's true, but also I grew up in a time where Kate Moss was the standard of beauty. So you had to be stick thin. You had to have
alternative, it was a
blonde
different
hair.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah, have a bit of edge to you as well to be considered beautiful. And growing up in South Africa as a brown girl with big curly hair and a curvy little body, it was a definite misalignment. And so the magazines we grew up enjoying, like 17 and
for sure,
all of those back in the day would feed the same one very monolithic idea of beauty.
MTV only started playing, having dark-skinned artists in their videos mainstream. You can see I've just watched Michael.
Me too.
But,
a little bit later on.
Later on, when you look back and you think, wow, okay. So who was that first person that you did see yourself in? Was there a celebrity that you were like, that's me?
Do you know what? I also grew up watching 90s sitcoms, early 2000s. So I had the likes of That's So Raven.
I want to say Aaliyah.
Aaliyah was great in terms of music.
Beautiful.
She's beautiful, gone too soon, R.I.P. But in terms of watching consistent content, it was like That's So Raven, there was One-on-One, there was Girlfriends. So I was huge. What's
You're
her name?
talking about the
Tracee
Miley
Ellis Ross?
Cyrus era here.
Right.
And I'd
No,
love to
this
chat
was
about...
before Miley
Was it before
Cyrus?
Miley even?
Yeah.
So I'd love to hear from those stars from that launch or relaunch of kind of kids content again.
Yeah,
that
the
became
20-year
massive.
mark, yeah.
And how many artists? Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, all these artists were discovered from there, but now we know how the kids were chewed up and spat out by that industry. So even as a woman at any phase of your career, it's crazy. So with the size 0 effort now, where does that slot in? Because we are seeing a higher rate of anorexia right now than ever before.
Yeah.
How does that slot into the ecosystem now? Is it still something that you think about or that's pushed on you?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't go away. I think that there's a consistent standard that women shouldn't take up that much space, right? There was a huge movement, I think, when Kim Kardashian came up. It was celebrating curves. A lot of women are like, finally, we get to be seen. And then it moved on to body confidence. I remember that was a big era where I was even booking so many campaigns because they were like, we love the confidence that you possess in the body you're in. But it almost felt like a trend that passed.
Yeah, I was going to say, does it still stack up?
Does it
now,
still
as a woman on TV, do you feel like...
Oh, I'm going to own my space regardless.
That's what I'm saying, because you do. And we go through the mill together, seeing how easy it is for a Jane to get ready for TV in the morning. and how challenging it is for any woman to be able to do that in the morning.
Right.
So the baseline feels like it's still pretty much the same.
But also
like,
skinny talk is at such a rise now. That's a real thing where people now on the red carpet, the big O that we know, Ozempic, we've seen Kelly Osbourne, we've seen Galinda and Alphaba, aka Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande looking a little bit smaller these days. Rebel Wilson, the girl from 30 Rock.
Yeah.
I forget her name now, her as well looking completely different. And I think that we just need to be in a space of choice and not demanding that women look a particular way.
Completely, but it's also what you got to understand when someone, especially in their later years as a woman, attacks the physical side of life, then suddenly lean muscle mass takes over, the body takes on a completely different shape and way, shape and form, and you're not going to keep going backwards. So it's a difficult thing. You want to have that goal of being athletic, of losing weight, doing that, but at what cost and price? How does it stand up in your world? Thank you for speaking so honestly with me about this, but it's clear we live in an interesting time, but it does feel like a cycle repeating itself.
It does. It's history. That's what it does, man. But it was never about being pretty. It was about being brave, to just reiterate what Pam Anderson
like
said.
you were right now.
Hey, I'm trying. And to hear more about that collaboration, you can, of course, jump on our socials or Dove socials to see so much more.
Dove with 1/4 moisturizer, which cares like cream for 24-hour nourished skin.
My skin's looking glowy.
Glowing. Dove, the #1 bar, recommended by dermatologists.
I just followed the smell, to be quite honest. I don't even know what I'm doing here, but there is a gigantic steak. The biggest steak. It looks like maybe a sirloin on a bone, and it's just making me more excited than I've ever been this year. There is no freedom quite like the freedom of standing around a fire with the people that you love. To end off our celebration in the kitchen, we are assembling the ultimate Freedom Day braai platter. So we are taking South Africa's much-loved braai staples and giving them a little fresh twist to feed the whole crowd. What is freedom without meat? Please, can anyone just... I don't know, we've got to display it proudly. I'm going to move it to center stage.
That is a big piece of meat, Gray.
Oh, thank you for bringing you were quick to whip up.
A little bit of
Are those
pump balls in a delicious sauce. But I'm focused on what's going on here. I've never in my life seen a steak this big.
I'm immediately, so I go into like braai production line.
Yeah.
Because often you've got limited real estate. Okay, we've got our beautiful little grill here, so we can get the actual charcoaly smokiness, which I'm sorry, if you're going to do red meat or something with a lot of fat on it, y'all don't play around. Get it on something smoky. And we've got a lot of fat here to play with, which says to me, absolute gorgeous flavor. Here we've got our lamb.
Lamb chops.
Chops and cutlets. So for me, the big fall down with lamb, it must be crispy, but you don't want to dry out the red meat.
No.
So what I actually normally do is I will line them up, fat down, skewer through on the bone so you can lay them down in the fat first and start rendering and crisping up that fat. We've got a perfect little gritty.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, should we just pop these guys on and start frying up there?
I'm gonna grab some flavor for you.
And then I'm gonna, because with a big piece of meat like this, I mean, you can go in a few different directions. You could literally roast this like a Sunday lunch. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'll always start with these guys, get a little bit of
it's already
crisp on there.
sticking. It's nice and warm. Okay, let me spice up this meat while you put that.
Okay, so what I'd like, so I'm not a...
Oh, you told me actually.
Well, everyone's choice. You do your meat how you like your meat.
How do you like your meat to be done,
So normally I would just put a bit of salt and leave it to rest. That's what Clem taught me. A little bit of salt so that it forms that beautiful slick layer, and then once you really cook it on a hot heat, it caramelizes, crisps up immediately. And then I've found that I'll often finish it off in the oven afterwards very quickly at a super high heat to render some of the fat inside. With a size of meat like this, you think you can get the best of both worlds. You can have it on the braai, you can crisp up and render that fat, but you're going to have an intense heat that is going to
do you baste your meat?
I generally don't baste my steaks because I just haven't quite mastered the art of cooking the steak well with the basting.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to create that slick, get that crust on the outside. So you've got that beautiful duality of the crust and the sharpness of the outside, the caramelization, and the beautiful soft tender inside.
And you like your
looking
steaks medium rare, medium?
And again, this is a contentious point because a lot of people say there's only one way and you've got to honor the meat and have it. The meat has fat in it to render. So for me, you've got to kind of cook it through a little bit.
A little bit. We don't want to hear it mooing while it's on your plate.
And look, I also eat steak tartare, so it's not like I'm shy of the steak. Those are looking great. We don't want to overdo the lamb.
Can you turn him over and then I'll just spice the other side too?
100%.
Oh yeah, that also needs some flavor.
And I will use salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of herb on my lamb. But if you want to honor the meat. Don't change the flavor of it before you cook it. And then,
So funny, Gray. You must come to one of our braais, man. That meat's been marinated
everything
for
comes out of it.
days.
No, but look, if it's chicken,
spiced to the...
if it's chicken, rock and roll. Like,
fair,
because it
fair
needs
enough.
that. So for me, and it's trust me, I'm not judging you. I just haven't learned how to cook marinated food really well.
No, everything's got Jimmy sauce on it, regardless of what it is.
Do you want to give that guy a nice salting?
Okay,
as long as, and this was the game changer for me, what Chef Clem really reinforced.
Yeah.
Your meat needs to be at room temperature or beyond, so you've got to have it out at least an hour before. If you can even string it up.
He said leave it out the whole day.
Yeah, get air. It must oxidize, and the salt on it, it literally forms the slick layer that becomes that crust. Now you've got guys literally re-cooking, refrying their steaks in animal fat in ghee afterwards just to get that crisp. Okay, that looks great. I think those are all right for now.
You think those are done?
I think so.
You also like your
I'm going to keep them
your
down just for
lamb, a bit of pink inside.
There we go. Actually, this works quite well. Then we can finish off the red meat.
You can
cook it
serve
through a little
lamb
bit.
medium.
You can serve it quite lean. It is absolutely a beautiful red meat. Honor it. Don't overdo it and dry it out, but just make sure the fat is rendered. And then we're going to do this guy. Okay, we're going to start with the same principle.
Whose decision was this?
If given the choice, every person will choose this. So what are your plans today? What are you doing for Freedom Day?
Me, I'm working.
As we are working right now, I get it.
Exercising my freedom to have a beautiful job and get to do what I love to do.
I love that, man.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I love that.
Family time?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh,
We
I
had 2
love this for
birthdays this
you.
weekend, so I am spent in every space. And my gorgeous wife put so much effort in because her and Jack share the same day, birthday. So it must be very challenging for her to have a birthday and also feel like, but everyone put in maximum effort this weekend. I'm really proud of my family, and it was great. So, yeah, we're going to just take it easy. I actually hope it even rains. Okay, so the fat's rendering beautifully. I would normally do that a bit longer. And then,
So tell me, Gray, with this, do you need 3 to 5 business days? What are we doing?
Believe it or not, it is going to cook quite quickly. And what I like about this is you're going to get a scale of... So I always try to create bigger pieces use bigger pieces of meat so you can have rare, you can have some well done, you can have a little bit of fun with this. So don't be scared of the big steak, especially the steak on the bone. A sirloin, a T-bone, anything on the bone, amazing. You want the king of steaks, I'm still going to maintain it's the ribeye. But enjoy, we'll see you now.
Oh, we love it.
Look at
We'll see
it.
you after this.
It is gigantic.
Back from Vietnam, Bobby van Jaarsveld spills the highlights of adventure.
Bobby, we must race.
I didn't know there were any challenges involved.
We must.
He gives us a peek behind the Tropica Island search curtain.
Will it be the home of Tropica Island of Treasure?
Yes. I don't know.
One believes in Vietnam. I love that.
Catch the Hidden Island stories on Tuesday, 28 April on Expresso, 6 to 9 a.m. on S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Did you get that? Did it come into your lounge, into your house? This is how I dream you are going to spend your Freedom Day today. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's add one more cherry onto the top of the cake, please.
I'll do the honors. Double your winning Mzansi by playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 350,000 Rand jackpot. But listen, there's more. There's the new Daily Lotto Plus for an estimated 100,000 Rand jackpot. It all goes down on this Freedom Day.
Come on, so while in between you're flipping your stake, you can go and get those tickets, and you literally can do it right now on your phone. Nationallottery.co.za is where you find them online. They've got a great mobile app. Your cell phone banking app will probably have a drop-down in there. And we will keep reminding you, not that we want you to be on your phones for the whole day, but when you're at the Expresso socials, you will see exactly how you can do this. Pick the lucky vibe and follow through. Go on. 350,000 Rand in our Daily Lotto jackpot and 100,000 Rand in our Daily Lotto Plus.
Oh, I love that.
We'll be eating steak like this every day.
Listen, we did get a big steak for a reason, because we've got gents in studio that have been working so hard. I'm talking about Freddy L, and here they are to send us off into the day with some roadside assistance.
So roadside assistance is about the making of the album and our journey, and this is it. Enjoy.
Keep it together, baby. I wasn't meant to love ya, but I did. I'm caught in my line of fire. Oh, what a great desire. It's a hidden heart collision. I'm seeking for roadside assistance. Oh, my mind. Oh, my life. Seems I was a carrier, moving about like the underdog. In this moment of silence, I'm undecided amongst all the sirens. I'm not excited. I haven't seen you lately. I'm sitting with empty pages. The city swallowed me whole. Who's gonna take on my load? Caught in my line of fire. Oh, what a great desire. It's a hidden heart collision. I'm seeking for roadside assistance. Oh, my mind. Oh, my life. Seems I was a carrier, moving about like the underdog. In this moment of silence, I'm undecided amongst all the sirens, but I'm not excited.
Wow, well done, guys.
Nada.